green box, we have a live counter ticking up, so we should now be live, which means welcome back to the Storytime Network. It is once again the Paradox Hour, and we are discussing the Spring 2022 anime premieres. Oh boy, there's a lot more on this season than there was last season.
Yeah.
Last season was a lot dry.
Yeah, last season was a dry one. There was still definitely some really good stuff, but yeah, there's just so much more going on this season. What we will say before we get going, there are 4, I think, that haven't had official premieres that have dropped. 2 because of Disney Plus jail, 1 because of Netflix jail, and 1 just because it's premiering stupidly late. And we couldn't put it off any longer.
Is not premiering until next weekend.
Yeah.
Everything else either already premiered or in jail.
Yeah. I mean, on that subject, A Couple of Cuckoos is our first show alphabetically. So yeah, it's not airing until next weekend for some stupid reason.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
And it's a 2-core too, so I don't know why.
What?
It's like
that. Wow, I didn't know it was 2-core.
Yeah.
Apparently the manga is like a lot of volumes out already, like 10 or so volumes.
How old is it? Oh god, it's only started in 2020. Jesus Christ.
What? Huh? Wow, that mangaka is a machine.
January 2020. Jesus.
Oh, so it was early 2020. Okay.
Wow.
Still,
that's
what the hell?
10 volume. Wow.
Like Jesus.
Well, it's
Christ.
a weekly manga, and they usually crank out like 5 volumes per year, so that tracks.
Wow, that's still
That's still a lot for 2020. Because like fucking what was it? Something
COVID.
Like, let's say Elusive Samurai started in 2020, and it's only on like volume 4 or 5, I think.
Let me look at the volume because I know there's like a pretty large number of volumes for a new series. But then again, I think a lot of manga that started in 2020 have like
11
8 to 10 volumes.
11 volumes.
Oh, what the fuck? Jesus.
It got its anime pretty soon.
Yeah. You got its anime like a little over a year after it started, for fuck's sake.
Wow.
Jesus, somebody was fucking eager on this front.
Yeah.
Over 2 years after it started is when its anime is premiering.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's fast. Like,
I mean, yeah, good for it. I mean, I'm still probably not going to watch it because I'm not. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
It's a harem rom-com.
Yeah, I'll see what Jack says about it and decide from there.
Yeah, because I mean, just rom-coms are generally not my thing. Not rom-coms, sorry, harems. But harem rom-coms definitely not my thing. God, what was the last harem that I watched?
Probably an isekai.
Oh God.
Yeah. Either that or a magical high school show.
It can't have been We Never Learned, could it?
Oh my God.
Surely not. Surely I've watched a proper harem since then.
Oh my God.
I can't
Ocarina
remember.
counts, right? Or is that a verse harem only?
What was that?
Bacarina.
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 I mean, it's
That's
it's
reverse
harem,
harem.
so yeah, that counts. So yeah, it was an isekai.
One of the few good ones.
It's okay. It's better than most, but it's not a high bar.
Yeah. Subterranean bar, really. But
Yeah.
let's move on to something that someone on this call has actually watched so far.
Yeah. So moving on to Aharen is Indecipherable.
This one. This one's actually pretty darn cute. It's about this girl that's bad at communicating, an original concept, I'm sure, and a guy who's this big dude who's kind of has a scowl on his face at all times, but he's genuinely a good person, and a blossoming friendship between them. and that's pretty much all there is to it. It's what's particularly cute about it is that the protagonist, I think his name's Rido, he spends most of the first episode trying to find some way to communicate with her better, and he takes out shit like smoke signals, messenger birds, crazy stuff like that.
I do
And
hope he tried just writing shit down first.
no, they did. They
Okay.
they tried doing the whole thing where they write messages in class and toss them to each other, but she just kept throwing paper at him. So and he just wouldn't stop doing it. So that didn't really work out. But yeah, eventually she just goes, "Thank you for trying so hard, but I can just try talking louder," and that's the resolution to that. And
So what you're saying is these two are morons, basically.
no, they're pretty doofy, but they're adorable, and I love them both. And then in the next episode is apparently her childhood friend who basically has been following her both of them around because she wants to protect her because the guy looks scary, but she's also scared of him as shit, so she's a coward, but she's trying to do her best for her friends, and that's pretty much all there is to it. She's basically just following them around, and she's not very good at protecting her, but she's trying. But yeah,
Hashtag you try.
yeah, it's really just a cute show. Not a lot to really say about it so far. It looks very good. I mean, I forget what studio it was. It was either Dogakobo or Cloverworks, I think.
Felix Film.
Felix, really? Okay, you would think it would be.
Shikimori is the Dogakobo one.
Yeah, I thought they were doing whatever. Regardless, yeah, it's
God.
pretty well animated and it looks
Yeah.
very good. So
Well animated compared to some of the stuff that they've done previously.
yeah.
I mean, they did Nekopara for fuck's sake.
Oh my god.
How does Nekopara have a 6.75 on Mal?
What?
That's
being
a
generous to
travesty. That's a travesty considering the other show that they did, Other Side Picnic, which was a good show, but you know, the animation was limited. I would say. I don't think it was ever bad, but it was definitely limited. That's
Yeah,
only got a
it was-
6.58.
Yeah, it's definitely
That's
limited.
just offensive.
But yeah, overall, this show is very cute, very fun. I recommend it so far. I'm probably going to be sticking with it and seeing where it goes. I think the girls who can't communicate well genre is very solid so far, I would say.
I'm trying to think if
Alright,
there's
that's
been
nice.
a bad one of those. I don't think
I
so.
haven't
That's
seen
my
one
note.
yet.
To be fair, I think I've only seen. I think this is only the third one I've come across. The other two.
What's the other one?
Komi and Senryu Girl.
Right, Senryu Girl.
What about Hitori
Yeah, this-
Bochi?
She's
Boch-
not communicatively challenged. She's just a pile of anxiety.
Yeah, she's still bad at making friends, though.
You say that, but she's succeeded on like 90% of her tries.
True. But hey.
Honestly, this is still better. This is still better than like teasing rom-coms are a lot more hit or miss. I'd say.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
those are yeah.
But moving on then to the first of many sports shows this season, Aoashi.
Have fun gushing about your sports trash, Bill.
Yeah, this was good. I liked this. Protag is very shouty, which obviously is going to put some people off.
Naturally.
And the VA for Protag is a complete newbie, so going to be interesting to see how he progresses and how he does on that front. Yeah, it was an interesting premiere because, like, he's very clearly like a fantastic player, and he knows it, and he's quite confident about it. But at the same time, he does also understand that the sport he's playing is a team sport, and he can't just do everything on his own. He also seems like an idiot hothead, but he does have a mind for strategy, even if he just, says, oh, the only strategy you need is to pass to me. So, there's also, so one of the big events is, or one of the big things that is in this episode is the fact that his family is quite poor. So, struggles to really get good gear and to be able to go to a good school with a good team. And also results in the game that his team is playing in initially. An opposition player, taunts him about it and taunts him about his mum potentially having to do sex work to make money. So he, and this is a reference probably only football fans will get, he Zidane's this player. To explain the reference, there was a player called Zinedine Zidane.
What's that?
Zinedine Zidane, who in the World Cup final back in 2006 just randomly fucking headbutted a dude. And therefore got sent off, and his team lost the final. It was just so random. It was just such a nothing thing. A dude said something to him, and he just fucking headbutted him.
Okay, I was gonna say, did you just do it for no reason, or just because someone said something to him?
I'm fairly sure. They must have said something. There's no way that, he was one of the world's best players at the time. There's no way he just decided to randomly headbutt somebody. Surely.
Did he ever say a reason in public?
I don't remember. As I said, this was 2006. I was 7 at the time.
Jesus, you were a baby.
I was a babu, yes, and that was just as a quick aside, that was around the time that I first got glasses, because I noticed during the World Cup that I was struggling to see the score up in the top corner. But yeah, no, this was definitely a good premiere. The animation seems to be pretty decent so far. Production IG, generally pretty good. What I will say is the mum wasn't great. Didn't even seem to try to find a way to get Ashito to Tokyo so that he could try out for this really special club team. But she did seem really broken up about it, so I'm not entirely sure how to feel about her. But Ashito's brother is a good boy, because he gave him the money to get there. So next episode will most likely be the tryout. So yeah.
Cool.
Really enjoying this so far. Looking forward to where it goes next.
That's cool.
Up next, another sports anime. More off the wall, this one. Birdie Wing, Golf Girls' Story.
I don't know what I was expecting when I started watching this, but it wasn't what I got here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so where do I even begin?
I did also watch this, so I can help out.
Okay. Okay. So okay, help me out here. I'm not quite sure how to start.
So basically, it feels like the protagonist Eve has been trained in assassination.
Yeah.
But uses those skills for golf.
Basically, yeah. Honestly, she relies more on brute strength, so it might not even be assassination. She just was trained in one sport and just decided to use that strength for golf for some reason.
We don't know, but I don't know what to call them. The skills that her mentor seems to have imparted into her do seem to be more violence focused than golf focused.
Yeah, she has super attacks named after bullets for when depending on how she's hitting the frickin' ball.
I assume
she doesn't even call it golf. She calls it hitting a ball with a stick for money.
I mean, that's what golf is.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing it for money though. She's doing underground golf matches and doing like odd jobs revolving around golf.
So
like impersonating a professional so she could fill in for her.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like I'm not a golf aficionado. I find it boring as sin.
Yeah.
But I'm fairly sure that you can make quite a bit of money playing golf professionally.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you are as good as she is.
Possibly.
I'm not entirely sure. I don't entirely understand why she's doing these underground crazy mini golf fucking bets.
It might be more efficient that way, or maybe there's some sort of
it's possible
hurdle.
Yeah. It's possible that she's not allowed to be a pro, like you need a certain amount of money to get in the first place, or
or maybe a criminal record.
Criminal record, very possibly. I mean, it's very much implied that the one of the people that she is supporting is at the very least squatting in a bar, if not an immigrant, an illegal immigrant at that. So it's very possible that she is also that.
Or maybe she just doesn't want too much attention on her.
Also possible. Because
they're paying off cops to stay away from her friend and her kids.
Yeah.
So
what I will say is my one downside of this episode is that there was this really weird sequence mid-episode where it was just Eve just hitting balls into a bucket and a tree. Meanwhile, like
so
black and white artistic shots just kept popping up. And just I have no idea what the fuck that was meant to impart.
Yeah, that was weird. But I can't. She hits golf balls into trees. Like they make dents into trees.
I mean, she fucking blasts one through a tree branch at one point.
Yeah, not just one point. She does it again later. I won't spoil too much about the second episode, but yeah, that we see even more of her special moves there.
Okay,
and it's wow, and we haven't even said anything about what's the other girl's name? Aoi.
Aoi, yes.
Yeah, she's a character on her own. I mean, and she has this golf ball with Pac-Man on it that she calls Pac-kun.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't know, this was a Bandai Namco Pictures anime. There's that, and there's also a straight-up Gunpla model that that's brought up later.
Yeah, that was. I did chuckle at that joke. Like, it was implied that Eve's caddy, Lily, had bet something, at the very least, quite important. Maybe her freedom, if not, like, a 18-plus session with a dude on one of the golf matches. Turns out, no, she just bet a Gunpla.
Yeah. Which is probably the best fake-out of that trope I've seen in a while. So
yeah. Well, as I said, I definitely chuckled at that.
Yeah, that was very good.
I mean, Lily is also entertaining. I've quite enjoyed her.
Oh yeah, I like all the characters so far. I'm surprised that this is an original. This feels like a manga adaptation.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a bad way. It just feels like this is based off of something.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to getting more time with Eve and Aoi, because it does seem like the very distinct contrast between the two of them is meant to be the central point of the show.
Yeah, episode 2 very much is focused entirely on that, and it's very good. Yeah. I am very satisfied so far.
Okay, so that's good. I'm hopeful then. Obviously, we'll have to see how it does or does not deal with aspects like having to pay off cops just to not be arrested and potentially sent back to a home country.
Yeah.
Honestly, sports anime don't have the greatest track record with serious topics, so we'll have to see. But I'm quite hopeful for the time being.
Yeah, a lot of potential in this one, which I didn't expect from a freaking golf anime.
So, moving on to one of the Disney Plus jail shows, Black Rock Shooter Dawnfall. This doesn't even have a synopsis, so I can't even really talk about what this is going to be about. It's CG.
Yeah.
That's all I can really say.
Some sort of follow-up to Black Rock Shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be good.
The only voice actress currently listed is Yui Ishikawa, who is Mikasa in Attack on Titan.
Wait, didn't it air in Japan though? By this point?
Yes, it's aired in Japan now.
It's
yes.
just-
Then why don't we have more information? That's so weird.
Because nobody on Mal gives a shit about it. It's got a 5.96.
Oh, gee,
Nobody
you're
fucking
right.
cares about it. It's the point.
I'm sure it's better than a 5.96. I'm sure.
Probably.
I feel like it has to be because I know Black Rock Shooter has a pretty decent fan base.
Even that's
It has
even
fans.
that's got a 6.82.
Yeah, so it's probably something niche.
We'll see. We'll have to see
Yeah.
when this gets dropped. Honestly, I'm not hopeful it'll get dropped anytime soon. I'd say summer
Yeah.
at the earliest.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Because this is. It feels like Disney Plus are going to go through the same rigmarole that Netflix did when they first started. We've got to make sure it's dubbed in all these languages we cover before we drop it. When no, you just have to make sure there's subtitles for the Japanese audio because that's what a lot of people will care about more first.
Yeah, and that's also concerning because of how Disney Plus handled Star Wars Visions, which granted is its own cup of tea, but still the way they handled subtitles for the Japanese version of that wasn't very optimal.
I'm not in terms of a translation production standpoint. I'm not expecting much from this or the other Disney Plus show, just because I've got to get used to it. This is a new thing for them.
Yeah. Let's hope it's just a transitional thing and that maybe they'll start doing things properly soon, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
I mean, I'm still, I will continually bitch about the fact that Owl House is not getting released in the UK properly.
It's not?
No, because here's the thing. Owl House airs on the Disney Channel.
Mm-hmm.
The UK doesn't have the Disney Channel anymore.
Wow.
It died before Owl House even premiered. So now we've got to officially I've got to wait until they drop the batches.
They don't have any substitute for Disney Channel?
Not that I know
Nope.
of. I mean, it might be airing on another Disney Channel. Other thing is, I don't have access to any of those Disney channels. Because they're all satellite TV, and I am poor. I don't have money for satellite TV.
Got you. Okay.
So it's Disney
Jeez.
Plus or nothing, and I don't see why they can't release it on Disney Plus. Considering they are doing that in the
They
US.
were.
They are doing that in the US, releasing episodes one at a time weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly on
I don't think they're doing that just in the US.
What
I
are
think
they
that's
doing
Disney
on
Now
now?
or something.
Disney Now. Either way, they've got the fucking episodes to upload online. They can do it in the UK, but no, we've got to wait for fucking batches to drop. I mean, fucking
Damn it,
the first
Disney.
half of season 2 didn't drop until I think January of this year. It might have been.
Jeez. Freaking Disney.
Thankfully, though, I have no qualms about sailing the high seas on this front.
No, I think it's justified in this case. I think it's more than justified. That's bullshit.
Because fuck you,
If they're
Disney.
not going to meet the demand, then they should not take issue when you seek out a supply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck you, Disney, for that one at the very least.
Yeah.
Very.
Let's hope they
Because
improve.
that's the thing, they can upload fucking live action shows fine, can't they?
No, yeah, weekly. Yeah, I watch Moon Knight every week.
Why can't they do it for Owl
Well, not
House?
good.
It just seems stupid. It's just so stupid. Anyway,
Oh, correct.
that's beside the point. Moving on, we've got a gamut of sports animes at the start. Because moving on to Dance Dance Danseur.
I'm interested in
Dance
this one, so
Revolution.
sell me on it.
So this is my two caveats for this are main boy thinks almost entirely with his dick.
Okay, good.
So a
Good.
teenager.
Yes. I swear, I so wish he was sending some of that blood north rather than south. It would solve more of his problems than I could count, but no, he's primarily sending it south. The second one, and this is not necessarily, like, I don't think they're handling this badly so far. Obviously, we are only one episode in. But God, is it uncomfortable going through the toxic masculinity that Junpei is facing, and the gender stereotypes that he's having to go against. Because obviously, this is an anime about ballet.
Yeah.
And he's a guy, and more than that, like, his dad was a stunt coordinator, and his possibly uncle, maybe also family friend. I'm not sure how close the relationship there is like a martial arts instructor. Like,
Okay.
and his dad died when he was quite young, and like, so he was told, oh, you've got to be the man of the house now.
All right. So compromise. Learn dance karate.
I mean, that's the thing. What kicks off the plot is he's showing off like martial arts moves to his friends in school, and then he does like a 540, which they all think is just a flying kick, but a girl is like, no, that was a ballet move. That's so clearly a ballet move. You're not fooling me with that.
Just with that bullshit.
Yeah. So as I said, it's hard to get through because there's a scene. So when he was young, he had quite long hair. When he said he wanted to take ballet, his dad was like, "You already play the piano. People already think you're quite girly." He does pretty quickly go, "Okay, actually no. If you want to take dance, you can take dance," which which is good.
Good.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm actually happy to see that in anime for once.
Yeah, so I was quite glad about that, because I did have to pause for a second when he said, "Oh, you're already girly enough," and I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, don't be pushing this on him." And then when he, I'm not even sure if he took a lesson or if he just was, if they were just checking out to see if boys could go to that particular studio, but a bunch of his friends came out and made fun of him for that. Yeah, again, it's like so uncomfortable.
Those children are dickheads.
Yeah, just like, I don't, obviously I don't think they meant anything malicious by it, because again, they do seem like they were close friends, but it's still just so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And as I said, that happened, and then his dad died literally, I think, that same day.
What?
Yeah. Like, he was, like, his mum was, like, cleaning him up after he cried about it, and then she got a call, like, oh no, husband dead.
How'd he die?
Look.
Was it an accident?
Heart attack.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Look, all good anime parents are either dead or widowed.
Oh my god. So the moment he actually started being a good parent, damn it. No.
Either dead, missing, or widowed. That's how it is with good anime parents.
Yeah. Damn.
So at the moment, like, so the main female character is called Miyako, and her mum runs a ballet studio or dance studio. She's mostly getting him. The mum is mostly getting Junpei to turn up by basically just challenging his pride. Like, telling him he's telling him he's shit, basically.
Calling him basic.
Like, it's very much implied that, no, it's not even implied, it's basically stated at the end of the episode. She realizes he could be really fucking good, but she also knows that he is so tied up, as I said, in this toxic masculinity bullshit, that she has to go at it a different way. She can't do positive reinforcement. She's got to do, like, oh, what, yeah, your two shits keep coming back, basically. Like,
God.
there is also an interesting interesting bit at the end where is revealed that they're living with Miyako and her mum is a mysterious boy called Luo, I believe his name is. Voiced by Koki Uchiyama. I mean, the main cast, fucking hell, main cast is stacked, because as Junpei, you've got Daiki Yamashita. As Luo, you've got Koki Uchiyama, and as Miyako, you've got Kaede Hondo. So, Sakura in Zombieland, and
okay.
a bunch of other roles, bunch of other good roles. Anna intact. Maple in Bofuri. God, I miss Bofuri.
I miss it too. We'll get it soon.
I
hope
miss
so.
New pretty soon, yes.
I hope so. But
Soon.
yeah, so like it was, as I said, it was a tough watch. It was a tough watch to get through. It probably took me about an hour to get through because I had to keep pausing it because I was just so uncomfortable about, as I said, the toxic masculinity bullshit and the forceful gender stereotypes. But I'm hopeful. As I said, it wasn't handled badly, I don't think, and I'm hopeful that they are gonna
It's just
keep
a lot.
addressing it. Yeah, it's just a lot. It is just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So as I said, that would be one of my main caveats, just to keep in mind. It's not a bad thing, but it's just something that if it's something that you feel that you wouldn't be able to handle, yeah, it's definitely prominent in this first episode.
Gotcha.
But it's a good show. The character designs are a bit weird. Like I don't like the weird line in the eyes.
Their necks as well.
Then
it's
not as bad as Welcome to the Ballroom.
No, it's not. But it reminds me of that.
It's not as bad, but the animation is good. It's Mappa. Even if they're just doing this to make money for to do another series, it's still well animated.
Chainsaw Man money.
Look,
Oh yeah, Chainsaw Man cash money.
I've made my peace that there are two types of Mappa shows: the shows that they actually care about, and the shows that they are just doing to make money.
This one could be both.
This one could be both. I'm more likely leaning towards the latter, frankly, but we'll see.
It's fine. It's at least this seems to be a good. It's an adaptation, right?
Yeah, it is. It's an adaptation.
Yeah, it's a manga. Yeah. So good, and then at least this manga's getting a good adaptation out of it. So
So I think this is doing pretty well. What's not
I might
doing?
check it out.
Yeah, what's not doing quite as well? The Dawn of the Witch.
The Dawn of the Witch. I forgot this was even a show.
So this
This is a spin-off of the Grimoire of Zero, I believe.
Yeah. So,
it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I had no idea.
Set like a few years in the future, like one of the characters that appears in it, the headmaster Albus is like a character from it. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they mentioned the titular Grimoire of Zero in the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the summary right now, and it says right there, Grimoire of Zero. Okay,
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
This seems
I didn't expect
largely disconnected.
Yeah, I don't think it's
one...
overly connected. It's got an interesting concept because it could potentially like be about fighting bigotry and prejudice. Unfortunately, the protag is dull as dishwater, and the main female character is an annoying lolly.
Not to mention, there's constant shots of her crotch and thighs.
Yeah, that
really?
was bad.
Yeah,
that was bad. I'm gonna give this 3 episodes regardless, because as I said, I do think it's got an interesting concept.
Honestly, literally every other major character is more interesting than the protagonist by a country mile, though.
Why couldn't Could be the main character?
I don't know. I think it's because, like, so many fantasy anime, by contractual obligation, have to have a bland protagonist for the audience to quote-unquote self-do.
Like, he's just so fucking dull. He's not entertaining at all. Like, he's not even got a backstory. His backstory is that he was found with no memory and then just chucked at the Magic Academy, where he's doing terribly.
So then he can
Yep.
have a backstory. We just don't know what it is yet.
I guess, but
I hope it's interesting, because otherwise he is boring as shit.
yeah. Other main girl, Holtz. There's 3 different names that I've seen for her so far, so I think it might be
Yeah.
Holt, and they're, I don't know. She's like genius girl who, for some reason, appears to be have a crush on main boy. I don't understand why, but that seems to be the way they're
maybe
going.
she just likes boring dudes. I don't know.
Look, anime girls are contractually obligated to have a crush on Potato Kun. That's how it works, right?
Apparently so.
Yeah.
And she seems to have a Stepford Smiler type personality.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
But again, like there are very vaguely interesting parts, but the main two characters are just not good.
One
Damn.
is just boring, and the other is damn off-putting.
Yeah. So yeah, as
Look,
I said, I'll.
I don't like the 300-year-old lonely trope. I really don't.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
never
such...
good. I don't
I
No
think
mean,
one
it's,
does.
I don't think it's ever gone well.
Look, apparently Japanese people like it. I don't understand the appeal, and I probably never will.
I feel like there are good uses of that trope somewhere, but I can't immediately think of one off the top of my
I
head.
can't remember a single damn example.
Maybe
I'm sure there is. I'm
maybe-
positive there is, but
maybe
I don't.
Milim.
Milo
Oh,
might be the...
does she count? Yeah, I guess so.
I would say so. I would say she just about counts as a lolly, and she is definitely older than her appearance
Yeah.
says.
He is centuries old, at least.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll count that then. That works for me.
Yeah, but yeah, generally not great, and this is not a good addition. But
Quick question. This might be weird. How's the opening?
Not
Because I like
Particularly
Flipside.
memorable.
I
Okay.
literally, this was the last show that I watched.
Watched.
Yeah, this was the last show I watched, and I can't remember it very much.
Okay. I like
watched-
Flipside, so I'm just curious.
I only watched the episode like a week ago. I haven't watched the second episode yet, so...
Okay.
Uh,
I was just curious.
yeah, I can't remember, honestly. I'll give it a watch afterwards, and I'll let you know. But
Okay.
I honestly can't remember right
Yeah.
now.
I can just watch it on my own. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I was just curious because I like Flipside.
Mm.
And they're doing the OP.
But yeah, could be decent, probably won't be. But
Yeah.
moving on to Daimon? Is that how you pronounce it?
Daimon.
Daimon.
Daimon, I believe.
Deaimon. Okay, so
Daimon.
this isn't a Digimon spinoff. This isn't a Pokemon spinoff. What is it? I don't know.
It is... I've described it as basically a slice of life dramedy about both found family and sweets.
I
So-
see.
So the
So
basic
it's Candymon. All right.
Yeah, the basic
Kind
the basic premise is that main boy Nagumo
I think Nagumo.
is it?
Nagumo or no?
I could have sworn it was
Nago-
Nagumo.
Or Nagumo.
I think it's Nagumo
I am
actually.
so...
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's Nagumo.
I'm fairly sure fucking A&N got this wrong as well.
Let me look.
Like
I'll find it. There it is.
Mal says Nagumo.
Nagumo. Yeah.
I swear that fucking I swear that the subs and A&N said Nagumo.
So Irino.
Yeah, yeah, Irino. Irino basically left his family's sweet shop for 10 years. Heard that his father was injured, so came back to take over if need be. Turns out the dad only had hemorrhoids.
Okay.
And finds that he's been replaced as the successor with a 10-year-old girl.
Who was adopted,
Yes.
basically.
I see.
I mean, I'm not sure how legal the adoption was, because her dad basically dropped her there and said, have fun, take care of her, it's your problem now.
And there's a vague implication that her dad is Nagamu's former bandmate.
Very possibly,
Oh.
yes.
What? Okay.
Well, they're both musicians.
I-
I'm fairly sure that's the only implication we've got so far.
No, they're both musicians. They have a similar appearance based off flashbacks.
So
Okay.
so
But beyond
similar,
that-
yeah. So similar that Itsuka mistook Irino for her father at the train station, which was awkward as fuck.
Honestly, when watching this, my biggest thing is just praying that it does not Usagi drop the ball.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't think it will, but you can never be
I
sure
don't
with
think
these
so either.
shows.
I mean, yeah.
It's
There
always
is a
it's always a concern in the back of your mind when watching a show like this. Admittedly, the relationship seems less father and daughter and more big brother, younger sister.
Yeah.
But that has its own set of
Unfortunately,
potential.
doesn't make it much better.
Yeah.
yeah.
They already
no,
established that she's adopted.
yeah. Yeah. But also, there's also this. There's also a different character who is established to who develops a crush on Nagomu, who is substantially older than Itsuka, so that's something.
Okay.
Unfortunately, she's still in high school, but it looks like the crush is one-sided. So,
Okay.
eh.
That's good at least. There it is.
Yeah, he is also extremely dense, so I don't expect that to be reciprocated anytime soon, if at all. That's how it be with most anime pro tags, really.
Yeah. Yep.
I really do like that the show is highlighting Japanese sweets. Really nice niche, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, the fucking ANN reviews did get it wrong. In more ways than... Well. So, one did Nagumo. One got it right with Nagumu. And then one did fucking... where is it? Which one was it again?
I don't know, dude. You're one looking up.
Yeah, I know. Where is it? There was one that was even... oh, there it is. No Gamu.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
What?
goodness. How hard is it to get a name right?
I don't know.
Look, these guys watch like 40 fucking premieres per season.
I know,
I think
but
we can cut them some slack.
I know, but still.
Look it up.
It's hilarious.
It's not that
But
hard
yeah.
to look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's decent
It's pretty.
so far.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's decent so far. I hope that the dad becomes a little less overbearing.
He is kind of a dick to his son. Yes.
Like I get how he feels, but at the same time, it was kind of you did kind of suggest it, so you can't be like upset when he took you at your word. So also,
Yep.
Irino like has a weird relationship with the sweets, not like sexual or
Not
anything.
gross or anything.
Yeah, I want to make that clear. Not sexual or anything, but it is still a pretty weird relationship.
Like Gojo
It
with
is
the dolls?
hilarious. I think.
I would say Gojo
No.
with his dolls, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's like, I hope you enjoy being here. Now go.
Yeah.
Or treasure the food.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird.
It's weird, but it is a funny quirk.
Yeah.
I think.
Uh,
Yeah.
But moving on, unless you have one last thing to say.
No.
Alright, moving on to The Demon Girl Next Door Season 2.
Love this show. I love these idiots. Just this is just back to the fun shenanigans that were a big part of the first season. But now, Momo and Mikan have moved in next door to Shamiko, so there are more shenanigans to ensue.
So there's even more demon girls next door.
No, Momo and Mikan are not demon girls; they're magical girls.
Oh, so
Shamiko is
there's
the demon
magical
girl.
girls next door.
Yes, but they're
I
next
see.
door to a demon girl.
I see.
Yes. I'm surprised you haven't watched this number. This is a really fun show that'd be right up your alley, I think.
I'm sure it is. It just has I saw it. I heard it premiered. I may have watched the first episode. I don't remember, but I just never got around to it, I guess.
Huh.
What was the first season again?
It's
Summer 2019. What was
Okay.
I
Fucking
doing?
hell.
What was I doing summer 2019?
That was a relatively busy year in anime, so
Summer 2019 was a really dry season, if I recall correctly.
Vinland Saga, Given, Doctor Stone.
Never mind, it was not a dry.
Fire
yeah, those are
Force,
that's a few bangers.
Oh Maidens, Dumbbells.
Summer 2019 is the only dry summer I can remember for anime.
Ones Within. There was also Young Nobunaga. I remember watching that. Bem. Not a bad season. I mean, it had some absolutely awful ones like Momsakai, Try Nights, Copcraft.
Ugh,
Ah, man, I wish that show were better. Copcraft.
same.
Oh, it had on the subject of the one we just finished talking about, it had if it's for my daughter, I'd even defeat a demon lord.
Oh, no! No!
No!
So yeah, some highs and lows in 2019.
So let's
Summer
hope
2019.
history doesn't repeat itself.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, Demon Girl Next Door is really fun and cute. Also, it's
Okay.
pretty damn good.
I'll add it to
Like-
my list then.
Shamiko and Momo, the two on the left of the key visual, there's like a lot of subtext between the two, to the point where in the premiere, Momo outright thought that Shamiko was asking her to hang out on a date
Oh, okay.
when she was issuing a challenge to her, because
How-
it was worded very, very formally.
How likely is it that they're actually going to go through with it?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea. This show could honestly go either way. There are basically no male characters of note, so there's not like the bait and switch route at all.
I mean,
Thank
it's
God.
based on a full Koma manga.
Okay.
Been going since
Yeah.
2014, so
Yeah, those tend to be light Yuri basically, or yeah, nothing too serious. This is really fun, goofy stuff.
I'll add season 1 to my plan to watch list.
It's a fun time. Very light-hearted stuff.
I'm sure it is. I've heard only good things about it, so.
Mm-hmm.
moving
Yeah,
on then to a show that I don't think will be added to anybody's plan to watch list. Don't Hurt Me, My Healer. God, this
This
is
show
awful.
fucking sucks.
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
awful.
God.
Goddamn awful.
Oh my God.
I am so glad I didn't watch this.
Main two characters are just assholes. They're just assholes.
Yeah, honestly, like, the main guy, he's just trying to go on his adventure, so I can at least give him that, but, like, the girl, she's so irritating!
She is just a dick.
Yeah, she also, like, never smiles, ever. She always has the exact same frown on her face 100% of the time, and I hate it. It's so irritating.
The only good character in that first episode was the bear.
The bear, yeah, the bear is actually pretty cool. I like the bear.
I will give the show this. The bits of comedy with the bear got me. Like, when they were first clashing, and the asshole healer was like, "Don't you need to grovel to get me to heal you?" And the dude was like, "Wait one moment. Okay." And just the bear just waited.
Yeah. And then turns out the bear can totally speak Japanese and shit.
The bear can speak and fucking went through conflict resolution with the two.
Yeah, they basically went through couples counseling, but the stupid healer didn't fucking pay attention, so...
Yeah, she fell asleep, which is fucking...
The guy, to his credit, was actually willing to listen.
Yeah. Oh, and meanwhile, like, one of her first acts was to curse the dude so that if he gets 300 yards away from her, he dies.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
She did do it accidentally. She intended to do something else. I think she was just trying to heal him, but she apparently, yeah, she fucked that up. So it wasn't on purpose, to be fair, but she doesn't really care that much about it, though. So.
We think she's enough of an asshole that I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, she could just be fucking lying. I don't think she is, but I wouldn't be shocked if she was.
Oh, and wonderfully, there was a long extended joke about how ugly the knight is.
Yeah, they really went on that for so long, and you know the punchline is that he wasn't injured. That's just his normal face. But they keep going on and on about how bad the injury was, and it's like, no, my face looks normal. I wasn't injured there.
Yeah, it just wasn't funny. No, this is dropped. I'm dropping this at one episode.
No, this is a hard fucking drop. I did not like this show very much at all. Yeah. The only good character was the bear, who was probably just a guest character, because weirdly enough, like at the end, they went through all the guest characters throughout the show's entire run. And I don't know why they did that. That was so weird.
Anyway, moving on to...
It's fucking awful.
A better show, which is not saying much. Estab-Life, Great Escape.
Have fun with this one.
Yeah, this interesting concept, though not like amazingly explored in the premiere. There is like 5 episodes out already, but I've only watched the premiere, so obviously it could...
5?
Yeah, they dropped like the first 3 altogether.
Ah, wait, why?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. It wasn't my choice. If I had my way, they would have done it one at a time. So the basic concept is that, like, Tokyo has been split up into the neighborhoods, and you basically live and die in the neighborhood, and neighborhoods have like assigned careers to them, I think. So the one that the cast is in at the moment, I say at the moment, I'm assuming they will eventually leave. They won't just stay in the same fucking place, but they might. Certainly, I'm not sure if it is an entire neighborhood of teachers, but certainly if you get assigned a job, you're doing that job until you die. And as it turns out, that doesn't really sit well with some people. And so they try and escape to a different neighborhood so they can start afresh. And that's what the cast does. They are extractors. Cast is okay. There seems to be some sort of crush going on between Ferez and Ekwa. Possibly one-sided, I'm not 100% sure on that front. The only... am I going to assign a gender to a robot?
Sure, it does.
They are voiced by a male voice actor.
Okay.
But other than that, the only male main cast member appears to be a wolfman who does not really speak, I don't think. I can't remember if he did or not. He certainly barked and growled and did all, dog wolf noises a lot. I can't remember if he actually fucking spoke or not, honestly.
Shinichiro Miki is voiced by...
Yeah.
Oh, wow, he's in a lot of stuff. Huh.
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember if he did or not. Very possibly he did, and I just forgot. This wasn't...
I'm just trying to judge if it's a waste of his talents.
Probably, if he is just barking and growling.
He voices James in Pokemon.
Yeah,
then it's a waste of his talents.
Yeah, it's a waste of his talents.
yeah. Uh, this is also CG. It's not bad CG. It's then again, like I don't think I could. I'm not sure how bad. Like it has to be really, really bad nowadays for me to call it bad after the travesties that were X-Arm and Tesla Note.
Mm-hmm.
So rest assured, it's not as bad as that, which is not not a high bar, but it's a bar. I'm interested enough to give this another couple of episodes,
Okay.
but it definitely has to get more into the main plot. I think because the first episode really was just introductions.
Okay. So it has potential, possible.
It possibly has potential. What is it based on anything?
Yeah, I was
no,
gonna say, is this an
mixed
original?
mixed media
Ah,
product.
jeez, those are always weird.
Yeah.
Those can be hit and miss.
One of the girls is a slime girl who got shot in the head at least twice in the premiere, but because she's a slime girl, it didn't actually matter. She just
Okay.
reformed her head. Yeah, not a bad show, not incredible by any stretch, but we'll see what the plot's like. Moving on then to The Executioner and Her Way of Life.
AKA the
This was
Executioner
good
Girl
shit.
and Her Virgin Road.
Yes, that
That is the
Uh,
actual Japanese title of this show.
Yeah.
Virgin Road is actually a Japanese term for the wedding aisle, by the way.
Yeah.
So that should give you an idea of how gay this show is.
Yeah, this show's pretty gay. The show kicks ass also.
Yes,
I
yes.
freaking love this show.
Spoiler warning, but the typical isekai protagonist introduced at the beginning of the first episode dies about 10 minutes in.
Yeah. The girl
Which is-
kills isekai protagonists.
Rip Potato Kun.
Yeah. She kills
this
the
show's
potatoes.
Yeah. She does also try to kill the other main girl, but it doesn't work because her time powers make her effectively immortal.
Yeah. She doesn't even realize it, but yeah, her time well, we supposedly aren't. She supposedly doesn't realize it. But yeah.
The most recent episode puts that as a bit of question.
Yeah. Also, the sound
is
effect is
far
literally
ambiguous.
Zawara, though.
God damn it.
Yeah,
I won't be able to hear that now they pointed it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive. Like, if it's not the exact same, it's pretty damn similar. It's the same sound effect.
Mm-hmm. Like, my one complaint about the series right now is that the pink hair girl is kind of, at least in the first episode, it acts kind of like the annoying, clingy lesbian character, but that gets downplayed.
Yeah, she's a pest.
As
Also, she's
no-
gonna get cucked in the end, so I'm happy anyways.
Also, Big Sword Lady seems to have developed an interest in her,
Yeah.
so that's fun.
Yeah.
Also, just love Big Sword Lady's design. She is just one.
She's
Excellent.
she's wonderful. She's the princess, and she don't act like it.
Great.
Yeah.
Excellent design. Excellent style. Excellent character.
The
Ashina?
magic in this show is very interesting.
Yes.
I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to see more about how that works because it's really really interesting.
It's a much more fleshed out magic system than like 99% of isekais that I've seen.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks like there is an actual system to it instead of just letting shit happen as it does, which is going to be brought up in another show that I will talk about soon. But
But yeah, the thing with the isekai characters is that they get a special power when they get isekai'd, and that power apparently slowly takes over their personality and makes them extremely dangerous, basically human weapons. From the looks of things, anyways. That's what I gleaned from the explanation episode 2.
we learn about the 4 great human errors, which are apparently cataclysms caused by these. What are they called? The Lost Ones?
lost ones, yes.
Yeah, who were basically the kids who were isekai'd, and their powers go out of control. So,
And they
yeah,
caused a shit ton of damage. I mean, the kid in episode 1, he had the power of Void, which was literally erasing shit.
yeah,
So, good thing that Menno immediately ganked him. Because
yeah.
as soon as he found out his power, he immediately started going on a power trip.
Mm-hmm. He was like, I can do so much with this power. You need to show me how I can use it. And then
Gang.
knife right in the head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, this show looks really good.
Yeah,
Just
it's
really
a very
good
good looking show. The sound design is good as well. It's apparently, it looks like they're going at this production similar to how they went through Danmachi, from what I hear.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah. So as long as they keep up with that, it has a lot of potential. But story wise, I'm very, very much hooked on this. It's the most invested I've been in a show that does this count as an isekai?
Kinda. This is the
Kinda.
first isekai I've seen that's actually more focused on the natives of the isekai realm.
Yeah, but there's also the implication that Menno originally came from the.
I don't get that implication. I do get the implication.
She keeps having the visions of Akari, where she was in school.
Yeah,
Remember?
but the issue with that is we do know what her childhood was like, at least to some degree, and that she is a survivor of a lost one calamity.
Yeah, but still, it's hard to say. There's a lot we don't know.
I mean, she could have been isekai at a very young age.
Yeah.
I actually have a theory that it's a side effect of Akari's time powers.
Oh.
Fucking with her memories.
Ooh, oh, that. Oh man, I need to learn more about Akari here, because like, what sort of time fuckery is she doing?
Trippy.
Yeah, this could actually go full Madoka here. I need to learn more, because
this is some good shit, though.
Yeah,
this is some good shit.
It's a really fucking good show so far. Yeah, and the opening has a lot of implications as well. So, yeah, this is a big one, and I'm hoping it keeps up the quality. Also, this is Yuri. This is factually a Yuri series, so they're gonna get gay eventually.
I mean, there's already some implications in the second, third episode with how Akari talks to Menno.
Oh, absolutely, but in case
it's only going to get gayer from here.
Yeah, but like it is factually classified as a Yuri, so there's no denial here. There ain't no bones about it. This is a Yuri, so.
Yeah, but they could also just do what the side picnic did,
and not adapt the part where it gets gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
I hope it does.
I hope it does. I'm like, I don't think it not getting to the kiss or the confession in the course of the season invalidates it being a Yuri.
Oh,
yeah, because
no,
I mean, honestly, even if you take that away from the show, it's still really damn regardless. So.
Yeah, it's really damn good.
Yeah. I love Menno and Akari's dynamic.
It's great.
Yeah, it doesn't invalidate it being Yuri, but like, at the end of the day, I come for confirmation.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, honestly.
I get it.
Yeah.
Especially after the fucking train wreck of a slow burn that was Adachi and Shimamura.
Hey, we're getting that season 2, I promise. It's gonna happen.
Did we ever get confirmed on that?
No, but it's gonna happen. I refuse to believe if what was the name of that show? Me and My Smartphone in Another World. If that could get another season, Adachi and Shimamura can.
To be fair,
meanwhile, No Game No Life fans are still seething.
To be fair, if we're gonna get a second season of a Yuri anime, I'd rather it be Bloom than Adachi Shikimori.
No, I actually agree.
Bloom into you needs a second core stat.
Yeah. But yeah, all in all, this show is a banger. It's really freaking
excellent
good.
show. Top 5 of the season easily.
Yeah, easy. Good job, High Dive.
All right, you want to move? Yeah. You want to move on to Hiroyuki Sawano scoring horse racing?
Moving on to yet another sports series, Fanfare of Adolescence.
This isn't Uma Musume Season 3. Where is it, Psy Games? Make it happen!
You just got Season 2, be patient.
I know! But no, really, I'm curious about this show. How is it?
So it's... Look, I'm going to be honest, I'm biased because the three main boys are voiced by Shogo Yano, so Mafuyu from Given.
Okay.
Shinba Tsuchiya, Futaba from Backflip, as well as... you might not like this one, but Kai from Aquatope.
Alright.
That pause right there.
To be fair, it's not his fault he was voicing a not great character, and he does a good job voicing him at the very least. And the third one is Natsuki Hanai. Enough said.
Natsuki Hanai is great.
Yeah. You've also got a potential mentor character voiced by Takahiro Sakurai, who inserts random English in there.
Excellent.
At one point he said...
I love English.
At one point he said, "Oh my god." just in the middle of a sentence, he was like, "Oh my god, this is so great." I had to stop and pause. Oh, I love.
Because you were laughing?
Yeah, I love Takahiro Sakurai so much. In terms of the actual plot, main boy Aremura Yu was a really famous idol, and then he decided to quit the idol industry to become a jockey. The exact reason we don't know, but yeah, that's a pretty weird career path. That's a weird career path.
That is the weirdest jump.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's causing a bunch of media attention. Meanwhile, you've got one of the other main characters, Kazunami Shun, who is a country boy, but seems very instinctual about riding a horse, because he apparently hadn't done it before the first episode, and then did it pretty much perfectly.
So there's a country boy. Is there a city boy who is born in South Detroit?
We'll have to see if Natsuki Hanai's character is that. His name is Amane Grace.
Oh. Okay, then.
Gratuitous English name, okay.
He had a British father, so...
Okay, yeah, that's facts.
So he hasn't appeared yet.
It was a British name for Grace.
He hasn't appeared yet, but we've got the other members of the class. Nice Boy Maki Koda, Angry Boy Kyoriki Aki, single female character Shimotsuki Eri, as well as other two that I don't remember.
By the way, is Angry Boy voiced by
Nobuhiko
Akamoto?
No, he is not.
Darn.
Yeah.
I always hope that it's him voicing an angry character, because he always does such a great job with the angry voice.
Yeah. I think I did check when he first started talking, because I think he's doing a very similar voice, but this is a complete newbie, so.
Huh, interesting.
The other thing to note about this, potentially gay.
Okay. Ooh. Interesting.
Because at the end of the episode, Yu is trying to get off a horse, falls, and is caught in a bridle carry by Shun, and background turned to fucking sakura blossoms.
Oh, okay, that is a lot more textual than I was expecting.
Yeah, quite gay. Quite gay. We'll see where it actually goes with this, but
I mean, let's be fair, a lot of sports shows have gay subtext.
yeah. So we'll see. I'm intrigued enough by this. If nothing else, it's an interesting concept. Not to mention, Yu got lost on his way to school and was guided to the school by a ghost horse.
I
Wait,
see.
what?
Like, he comes in the back way via the woods, and Takehiro Sakurai's character is like, "Oh, you should be careful in those woods. There's a ghost horse about." And Yu was just like, "Yeah, it guided me here," and he was like, okay, I wasn't serious, but good for you." So yeah, we'll see. We'll see where this goes. I'll probably keep watching it if nothing else for the potential gay. I'm hoping for a potential OT3 here, so
Ooh, fun.
we'll see if that plays out fully.
Is the music good?
Yeah, music is good.
I figured.
That should not be a surprise. It's Hiroyuki Sawano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ED is also done by Sawano.
Oh, yo.
And that was when I realized, oh shit, Sawano's doing the music on this one.
Yeah.
Look, Sawano is an instant stamp of goodness for music.
Yep. Always.
But moving on to the greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody.
Jesus. Okay.
Not good.
So this isn't offensively bad, at least as of the first episode. I'm not watching more of it. So Demon Lord basically he wins, and he's apparently he lost his friend or something like that. I don't know. He reincarnates. He decides to reincarnate into another world. But the thing is that at least in this anime, it completely skips how he reincarnates and his entire birth of a new life, all of that. It just fast forwards until his like, I think his 15th birthday, something like that. And he's already he knows he's still overpowered apparently, and yeah, now he has to learn to make friends, and that's honestly a pretty decent hook. Until he spends the entire episode harassing this one girl, and then eventually, this girl on her own is shown to be pretty capable of magic, but she gets surrounded by these goblin dudes, and
Bye.
yeah, well, don't worry, nothing awful here. Although,
That's for later.
yeah, yeah, that is for later. So she's already been shown to be very much capable of magic, but she has apparently experienced bullying. I don't know why. I don't think it's ever properly explained. But she's gone through a lot of bullying. She's basically lost the will to live. So she's like, okay, just end it all. Life isn't worth living anyways. And they're about to attack her, and then all of a sudden she changes her mind and goes, "No, someone help me!" Even though she's very much capable of using magic, which was weird. And then the protagonist, of course, has to save her for some reason, and then
Because he's Protag Kun, obviously.
yeah, because he's fucking Protag Kun. She changes her mind. They become friends. Fast forward, I think 2 years later, the girl sounds exactly the same, but the dude's balls dropped hard. So it's pretty jarring.
Okay.
I just love the way you
Yeah.
phrased that. That's hilarious.
It's just his voice got so much deeper. It's really weird because the girl sounds exactly the same.
Is it Anos Voldigold levels of deep?
I'd have to
Oh,
hear
never
them
mind.
both.
It's that show.
I didn't watch that, but I do actually remember his voice. I don't remember. I remember his voice of a show I didn't watch more than I remember this guy's voice. I'd have to hear it again. But I think it's
Jeez.
around there. So it's very jarring, but yeah, this show isn't very good. It has a decent hook at the beginning with him trying to make friends, but it seems like they're not going to touch on that again because he has friend now, and is probably going to make another friend. To based on the opening, both girls are pretty much crazy about him, so you can already tell where
So
this is
friend
going.
in this case translates to harem, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. It's gonna be at least a miniature harem.
Gotta love
Um,
God damn
Isekai.
it.
Yeah, it has a
This
generic
isn't even
magic
technically an
system which
isekai.
it doesn't it does not explain this magic system at all. It just happens. This dude can fly. He can shoot fire and shit. If I'm gonna give it credit, actually, no, this reminded me of something. There are a couple points in this first episode where I did actually laugh. Where he's keeping an eye on the girl he wants to be friends with. He's about to get attacked by a monster. He snaps his fingers. They get set on fire, and then even more monsters attack him. Same thing. He sets them all on fire as well. That was actually pretty funny. But yeah, this show is it's not very good. It's not offensively bad, but it's fucking boring, and I can already tell where it's gonna go. Its OP is a banger, and that frustrates me because it doesn't deserve an OP that good. But yeah,
That's the worst.
yeah, but yeah, this show isn't very good. But we can move on to the next show, which I'm also going to be touching on.
Moving on then to Healer Girl.
Oh man, I have the next one too. So Healer Girl. It's about girls who do healing. So apparently in this world, heal songs or magic. I guess it's not. It's sort of gone into detail, but not really of how it works. Where songs basically have the power to heal, and that's sort of my biggest problem with the show is I'm having trouble seeing where actual conflict can come up here because it's about these girls who spend their time at this small clinic learning how to do the healing singing because if they do try to I guess without a license if they try healing anyone with their music they're gonna get in deep trouble for that. Which the main girl did at the very beginning because she sang a song for this kid who scraped his knee, and she got told off for it. But yeah, the whole first episode is basically about how their clinic works, and it sort of goes into their music and all that stuff. And they break out into song a little bit, just like a friggin' Disney film. Not even joking. All the music has a bit of Disney vibes to it.
Also, if you're gonna break the law to heal somebody, at least do it for like I don't know a broken bone or like somebody who's dying.
No, they even mentioned that in the show. It's like, what was I supposed to do? It's like, give him a band-aid?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's actually a
threatening.
good suggestion. It was just a scraped knee. He wasn't gonna die, which it actually does kind of come up later. Because there's this old woman that frequents the clinic who is put in pretty bad shape. And of course, our main girl is the only one there, while the others try to get the actual physician. But instead of trying to heal her because she's not quite sure of what she needs to do, and she knows she shouldn't use her healing, she instead uses her music to soothe her. And is apparently really fucking good at it, and is shown to have a lot of promise as a healer. So, yeah. This show is actually surprisingly pretty. It's not like gorgeous, but a lot of the imagery in this show is pretty because the scene where she sings is a lot of it's hard to describe. It's just pretty, honestly. But this is an original apparently, which took me by surprise. Again, this almost feels like an adaptation. But yeah, I'm not too sure about this one because I think I'll at least give it 3 episodes because there's a bit of potential there, and but it's hard to see how there's going to be conflict here because it's a pretty straightforward
Yeah.
show.
Mm.
So it's but yeah, it's pretty good so far. I'll see where it goes, but I wouldn't be shocked if I drop it after episode 3.
Hmm. Moving on then to Heroines Run the Show.
Yes.
Good old heroin.
Yes.
This was good. I liked this.
I liked it a lot too. It's mostly just one heroine though. But yeah,
There are other female characters introduced who could become heroines.
yeah, that is very true. And a couple of those characters are in the sing the ED with the main protagonist, so there is that too. But yeah, country girl goes to was it Tokyo?
Tokyo, yeah.
Yeah, goes to Tokyo for to join a nice track team at this nice school. But
Question: Did
yeah?
Did the country girl take the midnight train going to every?
No, stop!
anywhere?
No!
Fuck you.
Stop! We're not doing this again. No.
You've already inserted one song reference into our summary. You don't get to do it again.
No, stop.
I apologize for nothing.
But yeah, so she starts at this school. Already starts making a couple friends, except for the two boys that she sits between, who are incredibly popular. And she later learned, and these two boys seem to kind of be assholes.
Assholes who hate each other.
Oh yeah, they're assholes who hate each other, and they hate her. And they start hating her even more later. But yeah, she learns that they're huge idols, which she had no idea because she doesn't care about the idol shit.
Her idols are people like Mo Farah who run. Actually,
yeah.
she's a hurdler. I don't know the famous hurdlers.
Yeah. But yeah, she's all about that running.
Yeah.
But yeah, so apparently her dad hurts his back pretty bad. And paying for that causes it to potentially cause some trouble with paying her to live, giving her money so she can live in Tokyo.
It's not even necessarily paying to for the hospital bills or anything like that. It's more that he can't work. That he can't fish and earn money.
Yeah, yeah. Her dad's funny. We haven't even seen him yet.
Oh, yeah, no, the whole family is fucking hilarious. We've gotten like 2 phone calls, and they're just always in the background, just causing chaos, and it's great.
Yeah. So yeah, she decides to get a job to help out, and it's hard for her because she's a student and she's also on track, so she has to make time, and she's not available for a lot of the potential jobs, except for one, which I don't know how she didn't know this until she actually got hired. I have no idea how that happened. But
it's possible they didn't actually they probably included some sort of job description, but they probably didn't say what it was for to avoid getting huge fans in just trying to get in with the idols.
Yeah, apparently some people found out though, because there was a lot of people who wanted that job, and they were all women who probably also are fans of these idols. So
very possibly, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, she finds out that the job is to be a manager in training,
manager / production assistant sort of thing.
Yeah, for these idols who, surprise, are the two boys that she has the same class with.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they are not happy about it.
Yeah.
They're very, very mean to her. And then she tells them off. And then
I'm glad
she stands her ground.
Yeah, no, I love Hiyori so far.
No, she's lovely.
She's a golden bean, and I love her.
Yeah, and so she starts doing manager and production things for these two assholes, while trying to keep them out of trouble because they keep starting to fight, and that's bad for idols, obviously. And I love the when they're on that what was it, a radio show,
like talk show, yeah,
where they're talking to these other idols or this other group or something.
Mhm.
And they're asked like, what were they asked specifically? I don't remember.
This is the first episode.
The second one.
Oh, second one. I haven't watched the
I'm
second
pretty
one
sure.
yet, so
Okay.
I know there was a talk show segment in the first one where they were like talking about how did they become a group, sort of thing.
Okay.
Um,
Well, and I won't spoil it because it's actually a pretty nice little thing that comes up later. But yeah, they're fake as fuck when
oh yeah,
they're on
100%,
camera.
100%.
They're absolutely fake as fuck.
I mean,
And,
they're fake as fuck anytime they're in the public, it seems.
Oh yeah, because they have that. The show even refers to it as the idol smile.
Yeah.
Where
Meanwhile, Hiyori's like, that seems so fake.
yeah, and
I don't
she's
trust
also
it.
kind of scared of them too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this already has a pretty interesting premise, and apparently it's based on a song.
Yeah. Apparently, it's based on a fucking what was it based on? Or who was? Yeah, Honeyworks' virtual idol unit.
Yeah, it's
Fucking hell.
yeah. How do you get an adaptation?
It's a
They really are
song.
scraping the bottom of the
It's a
barrel
fucking-
with these ideas for new anime.
But
Not gonna
I'll
lie.
give them this. This one seems like it's pretty decent.
No, this I'm very much enjoying this show so far.
Yeah.
But it's like you go there for your show idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like this show so far. I would like to think that the idols will become, decent human
Yeah.
beings later on.
You'd have to
'cause
think so, and I hope there's no romance going on there either.
I don't think so. No, if there's romance, I want it to be between the two guys.
Oh, that'd be a hate fuck of epic proportions.
No, because they hate each other a lot, which means they would love each other a lot. But yeah,
we've
I
also-
really like the show.
Yeah, we've also got some interesting stuff with the second years as well.
Oh yeah. We
'Cause-
we meet some of the second years.
Because we've got Hina, who is basically Hiyori's mentor in the track team. But we also get a small scene with her group of friends, which I only point out because Natsuki Hanai voices one of them, and I noticed that. So I'm getting very good at noticing his voice.
No, I noticed that. I see you there.
Yeah.
You can't get by me anymore. That voice is ingrained
He
in
gets
my
around.
soul. Yeah, he really does. But yeah, I really like this show so far.
Yeah.
And it basically being an original just makes it even interesting. So.
Neat.
Yeah. Oh, just also like in the interview for this job, which pays 1,500 yen per hour, which seems like a lot apparently.
It's not that much, which is, I mean, us.
It might be a lot for like a part-time job for the hours that she's going to be working.
Oh yeah, for a student, honestly, that's
yeah.
She got it pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially since she's going to be working a lot of
per
hours.
hour is $15 per hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's about 15,
roughly.
which that's not. For a student, that's fine. That works just fine. And also, it's counting her hours for when she has to watch over them, which includes at school. So she's basically being paid to go to school.
Yeah, and that's basically that is the given reason for why she was hired. With I think a secondary one, she doesn't give a shit about idols.
Yeah.
So she's not going to be like overawed by anything or like let the two boys get away with anything because she's not got like a hero complex with them. She doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, and her having her being good physically and her having a lot of stamina to track is also a big advantage.
But yeah,
she's going to be carrying around a lot of shit.
Yeah,
and running around a lot.
But her reason for wanting the job is I need money to live, and they're just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fair. We need money to live. But yes, good show. Looking forward to where it goes next. Moving on to I'm Quitting Heroing.
This one was okay. Wasn't spectacular or anything, but this one was all right.
What is this one about? I couldn't really. I actually had trouble finding it.
So it's on High Dive.
Okay, it's on High Dive. Okay, that's probably why I haven't.
Yeah. This one is basically about the hero successfully beats the demon lord, all that. Comes back home expecting a hero's welcome,
It's always a freaking
and
demon lord.
that doesn't happen because everyone is instead scared shitless of how powerful he is, and either fears or hates him and wants him gone. So he's like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna join the demon lord's army because you guys are treating me like shit."
Oh,
So he does.
that's actually a
And
pretty good hook.
Yeah, it's a good hook. So far, it's executed decently on this hook because like none of the demon lord people are really that big on him except for the small beast girl. But she's just like a young teenager. It's hard to tell how old she is. She's like small anime girl who could be literally any age because anime, but she seems young. And she's just like, "Oh, you beat me. That means you. That means I love you now." Because apparently they run on like that. Beat in a fight means love type rules. I guess I don't know. I don't fucking know. But yeah, all the other the demon lord and all the other generals are decidedly more hostile to him. And they're like, "You kicked our asses, and now you expect us to be happy about you coming and joining us." But yeah, the demon lord herself basically just like, no, get the fuck out. No, you're being kind of pretentious, and also you beat the shit out of us. No, leave. So he has to go behind her back and talk to her generals to get employment from them and help them straighten out the mess he made of their armed forces. That's a pretty fun premise, all things considered.
Yeah.
The execution is okay. I really have to see more of the show to really get a firm grasp on my opinion of it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
He does have some decent chemistry with the generals, especially the blonde there, lady there. Though your miles will vary on how good that chemistry is. I enjoyed it for the most part.
Okay. It might.
This is fun enough, and
Yeah.
it's a decent non-East fantasy, so that helps a lot. And there
Oh
does
yeah,
seem to be
it's not
some
an
degree of
isekai.
world building. Yeah, there is some degree of world building that more than is in typical generic fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's in episode 2, there's a statement like, "Oh yeah, you make a magic reactor, and only your magical signature can be used to replenish it." That kind of thing. So actually interesting stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I have to stick around to see. This one's decent so far, though.
Okay.
Nothing particularly objectionable besides small beast girl having a crush on the hero.
That figures.
Yeah.
It's always the Beast Girl.
hmm Yeah, it doesn't seem to be reciprocated in any way. He just is like, yeah, you, whatever. Cool, cool. Just pats her on the head and doesn't even try to pretend to reciprocate.
Okay, good.
So yeah, this is fun.
Okay, moving on to
Oh boy.
In the Heart
Yikes.
of Kunoichi Tsubaki.
I can't even say much about this show because nothing fucking happens in episode 1. So okay, so you have this ninja village of all women apparently, to the point where a lot of these girls have never seen men ever, And it throughout the entire episode, it just goes on and on and on about rumors about men, how they're stinky, how they have big bodies but small brains, and how their groin is a weak point. And they literally repeat these things like 3 times throughout the entire episode. And I mean, they aren't wrong, but
I was
but
gonna say they all sound true.
no, I mean some of these aren't exactly false. At least, you know, at most they're exaggerated slightly. But yeah, uh, they're they keep hammering that over and over. Except for Tsubaki, who is weirdly interested in men, even though she's never seen one. But she just wants to learn more about them. Um, and that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it for the entire first episode. We open on her teammates. Apparently, they want to go beat up men, just because they can. They think they can, and she has to stop them from doing it. And the entire rest of the episode is just about all the other girls talking about men and making fun of them, and Tsubaki trying to control herself because every time she hears the word men, she gets flustered and she screws up with her training, and that's pretty much it. So I will stick with this just to see where it's going, because I morbid curiosity, I guess. It might not be bad,
this one.
but I, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. So that's my biggest problem with it, surprisingly. So
I have several questions from that. First
yeah,
of all, how the fuck does an all-female village or an all-male village of anything work?
I don't know.
If you're trying to just like, yeah,
I have no idea. We see one adult Kunoichi, and all she really says is that to be wary of men and that they shouldn't be trusted, but to not underestimate them, shit like that. And that's it. So, but if anyone were to know about them, it would be her. So it's weird. I don't know how this village exists and how none of these girls know anything about it. I don't. It's
I mean,
if they know very little about men, how the hell do they develop like infatuation with them? That makes no sense either.
it's not necessarily an infatuation. I don't know. It's could be a puberty type of thing.
That's
But
possible.
yeah, she mostly just wants to learn more. That's that. I mean, it's not
Okay.
portrayed that way, but that's what she keeps saying. So I don't know. That's why I want to learn more. A, to see what men actually look like in this show, because I'm actually genuinely curious.
yeah,
But
I'm looking at the character list, and it seems like the cast is just full of lollies.
yeah, I mean, they aren't actually lollies, but their giant heads and smaller in comparison bodies make it look like that. But they're all like, they're not
Um,
actually lollies except for the actual like small girls. So
I believe this is the manga is done by the artist who did Takagi-san.
Yeah, that
that explains
that
everything.
does explain it. That is similar.
Nope, yep, that explains the big heads. All
Yeah.
right, understood. But yeah, I can't even say it's bad. I just can't form a proper opinion on it. I can shit on it for it going over and over the same shit, but aside from that, I can't form a proper opinion. So I'm gonna give it at least 2 episodes, maybe 3. I just want to see where it's going.
Hmm.
And we'll see.
Moving on then to our first big sequel, Kaguya-sama Season 3, Ultra Romantic.
This is the good shit. This is the good shit.
Get a freaking Dragon Ball fight in episode 1.
Yes.
I haven't watched episode 2 yet.
Episode 2 was hilarious.
I'm sure it was. I loved episode 1 though. The whole thing with the headphones, that was great.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. I love that gag so much.
Yeah, if this aired earlier, because that gag is unfortunately a bit dated because most phones don't have earphone jacks anymore.
Hey,
This gag, I think, was published like 2 or 3 years ago.
I
Yeah.
purposefully bought a phone with a headphone jack, so
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah, and it's a relatively
Yeah,
new
people
one.
still use them.
It's only really Apple and the really expensive phones that don't
Yeah, that's
have
the
them.
thing. Her phone looked closer to an iPhone.
Ah, fair enough then.
It might have been an older one, like 6.
Yeah, it could have been an older phone. But yeah, that was a great gag. I loved that. And the arm wrestling one kind of just speaks for itself.
That was a great one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that Kaguya wound up being the champion of that one.
I like how Chica was called out for cheating.
Yes. Every time Chica gets shamed for doing shit like that is hilarious.
Yeah. Not a lot to say so far. It's mostly just more Kaguya so far. Oh, the line shit where
Yes.
where
Oh, the
Hirokana was being left
Discord
on red.
I love that bit so much. And then
Yeah.
Shirogane just tries to be a shit to Kaguya, and she's like, "Help me, Hayasaka."
Oh.
Also, Hayasaka lies as easily as she breathes.
Yeah. She's
I
still
was
the
just-
best.
Yeah, she is the best. I was just waiting for that gag to get adapted. It's just one of my favorites. The series is really good. A really good rom-com.
Yeah, it's
a lot
really
funnier
good.
than most rom-coms, actually. It's a lot more focused on the comedy bit.
That's what I like about it. You get your romance here and there, but it's mostly just comedy being egged on by said romance.
Yes. Also, episode 2 does have a really funny gag involving Shirogane. And his, actually, Shirogane has a lot of really funny gags in the second episode.
I believe it.
I won't say any more than that.
I'll probably watch it later today, but I believe you.
Mm. Yeah, nothing else more to say than this is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, more Kaguya.
If you're not already
good.
watching Kaguya, you really should be.
Yeah.
I feel like that was pointed at somebody in this call.
That's crazy.
I'll get to it
Who
eventually.
could it possibly be?
I'll get to it eventually.
As long as it's on your list.
It is on my list. It is not particularly high on my catch-up list at the moment, I don't think. Let's have a look. Where is it? Don't worry, it's damn near at the bottom. It is damn near at the bottom.
You'll get to it someday.
I will get to it someday.
Yeah.
I promise that much.
Yeah.
Probably. My history with my catch-up list has not been great. But moving on from one big rom-com to another, Komi Can't Communicate Season 2. Thanks, Netflix.
Yeah, thanks, Netflix.
Honestly, I don't feel like we need any more than fuck Netflix jail, and Komi-san is really good, but we want to watch the new season already.
I want to meet Katai. Please let me meet Katai. He's so good. And Komitani. I love Komitani.
We'll get Komi soon, but not now.
I hope so. I really hope they are. They are just delaying it a little longer than usual.
Yeah.
I believe it's set for either next week or the week after.
It's like the 27th, isn't it?
Fingers crossed.
Fucking hell.
Jeez.
The 27th? Jesus.
I think so.
When are we doing 3+ episode? Okay, we will have an episode to talk about for the 3-episode check-in.
Good.
We'll have an episode. Oh, God. Yeah, Komi, really looking forward to it. Really enjoy Komi. Really, and this is where I think Komi starts to get really, really good. Because this is where it starts to introduce the classmates that actually are good and stick around.
Good. Good.
Excellent.
There are no
I mean,
more Yamais.
Some of the classmates introduced at the tail end of last season were pretty good. Like
Yeah.
Onemine was really good, for instance.
Onimini was good. I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember exactly how often she shows up later on, but I would say, other than I would say maybe Nakanaka, Katai, as I said, is where the ones who show up more consistently start to appear.
Ah, gotcha.
As I said, I just love Katai as it is. But moving on from another rom-com to another, Love After World Domination.
This one's actually really good.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm sure it is though. It's on my list for this season.
So the premise of
sell
this
me on
one
it
is
anyways.
So this is basically, what if the Red Ranger fell in love with the one of the main villains in the Sentai villain squad, and they started dating while trying to keep their relationship secret from all their respective comrades.
That's a great hook.
It is. Also, these two are just plain adorable together.
I'm sure they are. They look adorable on that
the
visual.
The Red Ranger is a straight up himbo. He is such a wonderful dumbass. And the villainess character is also really fun. She is incredibly tough and strong, but that doesn't prevent her from being really goofy and cutesy sometimes. Also, she has an adorable cat.
Okay, I've got to interrupt you for a second because I've just looked at the cast/character list on Mal. There's a character called Big Gelato.
Yes.
Yeah, because isn't the name of their Sentai group
Gelato 5?
Yeah.
Gelato 5. That is the name of the Sentai squad. And they are all ice cream themed.
Okay.
It's great.
Okay.
Like, also has a great cast list. The leads are voiced by Ikumi Hasegawa and Yusuke Kobayashi.
Big Gelato.
Yeah.
That's the best character name.
Yeah. Also, Ayane Sakura and Kana Hanazawa voice supporting characters. If you following Seiyu.
Mm-hmm. No, I recognize a lot of names here.
It's a really fun show.
I'm sure it is.
Is there anybody reaching the sheer levels of competence and evil as Lord Megistus?
No, these guys are more funny, incompetent, largely incompetent Sentai villains, but there's a lot of humor mined from the minions being very incompetent, to the point where they actually take pride in how they take a punch. That isn't in the show; it's from the manga.
Okay,
but that's a gag that you can expect to see at some point. But yeah, no, this is a really fun show. The action animation is actually surprisingly really good.
Oh, really? Okay.
Pretty well animated, and the characters have really, really fun designs that really bounce off, that really complement each other. And this is just a really fun show. I really enjoy it. The leads have great chemistry and a really fun dynamic with the rest of the cast. It's just a fun show.
I'm sure it is. I look forward to watching it.
Yeah. It's a shame that this season is so goddamn stacked with rom-coms, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that said, like, some of my friends in another server who don't really talk about anime all that much, like, one of them was like, oh, this show looks really cute. So, it's at least getting through to some people,
That's good.
even with the busy rom-coms all around.
Yeah. All right. Another sports show coming out for Mill, huh?
Moving on to the final sports show of the season, Love All Play.
Finally.
Now, I feel a little bad for the Love All Play. This is obviously airing a season after Salaryman's Club, which was also about badminton, and frankly, so far did badminton better.
So this one doesn't quite get up there.
Obviously, we're only an episode in, so it would be a little unfair to say, yeah, it's doing badminton poorly. The first episode was pretty bad, though. It wasn't great, because here's the thing. It opened on, like, main boy and main rival about to face each other in a match, and showing that they are in the same school. And then it flashes all the way back to when main boy is still in junior high and is trying to decide where to go for high school. And it's just like, way to undercut the potential tension from your first fucking episode. Like, there's no point in caring about any of the events of that first fucking episode, because you know that he's gonna attend this particular school. Like, there's a bunch of drama about the fact that he gets offered basically a sports scholarship to to Yokohama Minato High School, and was scouted personally by the coach. And then his dad is like, "No, I'm not letting you take a sports scholarship because I took a sports scholarship and then injured myself and I hated it." I'm not sure if he lost the sports scholarship after he got injured. I'm honestly not sure. It wasn't explained that well. But, like, there's supposed to be tension and drama there, and instead it's like, okay, the dad's an asshole, but, it's obviously not going to stop main boy because he still manages to go to the fucking school. Which he does, because he eventually decides, okay, no, I still want to go to the school. I won't take the sports scholarship. I'll get on an academic scholarship. Which he does manage to do. It's fair play to him. And then at the end of the episode, he gets invited to the before he's I don't think he's gotten in at this point. I think he's like close to taking the entrance exam. But because obviously he's been scouted and he has a dialogue with the coach. The coach invites him to the high school's practices, where he meets fellow prospective first years and his idol player and his rival player, who's actually turns out is probably going to be a dick. What I will say, Natsuki Hanai showing up again because he's a busy fucking bee this season.
Jesus.
Because that's 4 shows he's in, including Summertime Render. Obviously, he was also in the Odd Taxi movie, which released recently.
Most of that's recap from what I've heard.
Yeah. Still
though, Tanjiro, practice those breathing techniques. You're gonna need it.
Yeah, busy boy. So yeah, like obviously, as I said, it's maybe harsh to say that it's not as good as Salaryman's Club yet, but I really enjoyed Salaryman's Club, and this doesn't seem like it'll be as good. Also the badminton animation isn't as good either.
Yeah, sounds like it's fighting an uphill battle.
Yeah, the studios listed are Nippon Animation and OLM.
Mm-hmm.
OLM has a pretty damn good track record.
Yeah, but it's also quite busy this season. Because it's got Summertime Render and Komi-san and just those two. Yeah, just those two.
Mm-hmm.
As well as this. And let's be real, out of those 3, which do you think is going to get the short end?
Yeah.
Sports show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, I've probably been spoiled a bit by Salaryman's Club, but I'll keep watching this. I just don't have high hopes for its overall quality. This probably was the worst sports show I watched.
Well, if it's the worst sports show you watched and it's still pretty decent, that's not bad.
Yeah. I think I put it at 12th out of 16. But to be fair, there's still a decent gap between the bottom 4 and the rest. To be honest, like Love All Plays is the bottom of that, and like it's a show that I will probably be okay watching the entire thing. I don't think it'll be like stupendous, just sort of average in there. Oops, forgot about that, because moving on to Mahjong Soul Pon.
What Mahjong record?
So I should have asked you about this, but because it basically dropped all of the episodes at once, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thought it would probably be best just to save it for the 3+ episode check-in.
Honestly, I agree there, because I have a lot to say about the finale. So,
because otherwise you just be talking.
I haven't watched the whole.
Yeah. You'd just be talking about the whole show, and it would just be like, okay, well, it's not really a premiere thing, then, is it?
Okay.
So that was my thought process. As I said, I should have mentioned it. Completely forgot though, because I'm on 3 hours of sleep.
No, that's fine. Jack apparently didn't watch all of it yet either, so that's fine. That's gonna need some time anyways, because I have a lot of stuff to say.
As I said, I think that's for the best.
Yeah. So moving on to Mahjong then.
Mahjong Soul Pon. So yeah, this is a minute and a half shorts.
Okay.
There are 3 episodes out at the moment. I've watched all of them. I'm enjoying myself, especially considering the first fucking episode was an April Fool's, and it fucking got me. Yeah, it was great as well, because they basically made it seem like they were gonna be isekai'd, and literally, basically, it was the premise was that Truck-kun basically just showed up out of nowhere and destroyed the shrine they live in. And they got isekai'd, and they had to fight the Demon Lord via Mahjong.
That's
oh my god,
that's really good.
And then it cut to the 3 main characters watching this, going, "Oh, so is this what our anime is going to be about? Oh no, this is just an April Fool's. Oh."
Oh, that's great.
Excellent.
So no, I was just like, oh my god, that's great, that's superb. The other 2 episodes have been good for minute and a half shorts.
Oh yeah, this is a minute and a half. Jeez.
Yeah. First one, Ichihime lost a game, had her place taken, so the others asked/ordered her to get them food and drinks. She reacts badly, hits her knee on the table, falls on a bunch of tiles and gets one of the symbols just like pressed into her forehead. So she powers up and uses that to basically blast a beam that splits the table and blows a hole in the wall.
Nice.
Quite well animated, to be fair, as well, for a beam blast. Episode 2, they held a guess the food contest. The first 2 were like really weird food that they had no chance of getting. And then the third one was asking them to form a mahjong hand with their eyes covered, so that because they had to shoehorn mahjong in somehow. Yeah, no, I'm enjoying this. It's a minute and a half. I'm happy to spend some time just binging this if need be before a stream, because I'm having fun with this.
That's nice.
What I'm not having fun with is Miss Shachiku, and what was the rest of the title? And the Little Baby Ghost, which is better than the title I first saw, which was Miss Corporate Slave Wants to Be Healed by a Lolly Spirit. Yeah, not a great title.
That's a bit yikes.
I mean, I don't think it's yikes. I don't think it's yikes. It's just boring. Because here's the thing. They just basically... They should have been 10 minutes. They should have been shorter. They should have been half length at best. Because, honestly, like... They did the first bit where they established that there was maybe a ghost in the office, and then the ghost showed up and tried to get Fushihara to leave the office because she was overworking, and we discovered that it was the little girl ghost called Yurei-chan at the moment. and she looked after Fushihara. And then we got all of those events again, but from Yurei-chan's perspective, which added nothing. Not to mention, like, the only gag in inverted commas is Yurei-chan does something cute in inverted commas, and Fushihara finds it cute, and that fires her up to do more work. That's basically it. It's not entertaining.
Sounds like such a nothing show.
It's such a nothing show. Like, this is just pointless fluff. This is completely pointless fluff. And, like, here's the other thing. Like, when you actually think about it, we're watching a show about a woman being basically overworked to the point of depression and burnout. That's not funny.
No, it's not funny.
Really is.
Yeah, this is the other one that I'm dropping because I can't be asked sitting through another 2 episodes. If it was as I said, like 10 minutes, maybe it would work better. But a 24-minute episode, no, fuck off. I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing that. What I am doing, and on the subject of shorts, is Onipan. So this actually turned out to be really good.
Okay, good. I'm glad to see which studio not miss.
So the basic premise is that 3 Oni girls are sent to Tokyo to try and sort of help fix the image of Oni and fix the reputation. When they get there, what's her name? Tsuji worries about, what the reaction to Oni will be. There's nothing. Nobody cares. And they enjoy some sweet treats, which is apparently something they can't get on Onigashima for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Oh. Huh.
Then they go to the neighborhood where they're going to be staying for while they're there, where they do get more attention for being Oni. This is obviously a smaller neighborhood because I think they arrived in Shibuya. I think is the point.
Maybe I thought of them as cosplayers then.
No, because they know Oni exist. Like every like Oni are a part of the world, a known part of the world.
Okay.
Okay then.
But it's just like, it's still like the point is that the Japanese folklore still exists, where more often than not Oni are villains. So that's what they're there to try and sort of repair. When they get to the neighborhood, they have to reassure a young girl successfully, and then have to return the girl's stuffed bunny to her. Which they try and do via the help of the titular magic transformation pants, which they use to transform into police women, and then realize that it only changes their clothes; it doesn't give them any abilities.
Oh my god!
So they basically just cosplayed as police women. And then use their actual skills to track down where the little girl went and return the bunny, which was cute. I like the dynamic between the main trio. I'm liking the humor so far, and as I said, it's 14 minutes and it doesn't drag at all. So I'm enjoying myself, and it's really well animated because it's Studio Wit. Like the scene where they ran through the streets to get to the library where the young girl was, really well fucking animated.
Honestly, I'm glad they stopped doing Attack on Titan in favor of this.
Yeah, I'm so glad they stopped doing Attack on Titan in favor of the likes of Rankia King's Onipan Spy Family.
Mm-hmm.
Vivi.
By the way, just a quick side note. I'm at the point where my One Piece brain rot has gotten me to think of Wano every time that the word Onigashima comes up.
Oh, yeah.
I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Also, I should mention they have been given a weird animal companion, like a small bear, which is, and he's the one who gave them the magic transformation pants, and was the one who took the blame for when it did basically nothing. But yeah, there's been no fan service. That's what I will also say. So far, anyway.
Excellent.
But certainly not that I don't think there will be. But we'll see. But yeah, enjoyable show. Moving on then to RPG Real Estate.
Okay, this one. Okay. So I am dropping this one just to start off here. But it's not a bad show by any means. So, contrary to what you might think by that title, RPG just isn't actually. It's not an RPG. It's what does it stand for again? Hold on, let me check, because RPG is just the name of the.
Yeah, it's the name of the business, I think the summary says.
Yeah, it's the name of the business.
That's a really fucking misleading title, then.
No, it's it's a very misleading title. Although, in some ways, it also isn't, because it does use some RPG tropes for the sake of comedy. So yeah, this girl moves into this town. She's looking for a new home, obviously, and while they're checking out all the potential homes for her, one of them is it's a nice little place, but the catch about it is that adventurers will periodically just walk in without warning and just take a look at all of her stuff, try to find anything valuable. So, yeah, it's one of those types of things, and it's pretty funny. There are little things like that throughout the whole episode. But yeah, eventually she just moves into the apartment to one of the people that works at the agency, and it turns out, she's also the new hire there. She just forgot to tell them. So yeah, she starts working there, and it's pretty much it. It's not really. It's decently funny. But there's not a lot that really grabs me about it.
Yeah.
The backgrounds are really good. The backgrounds are really pretty for some reason.
I mean, it's Dogakoba.
Yeah. I mean, animation overall is pretty solid. It's decently funny. The characters are cute and quirky. Unfortunately, just doesn't leave me with a lot to really talk about. It's just it's at least a nice little premise. It's not really something you see ordinarily in anime.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna give it credit to anything, it would be that. But yeah, there are people out there that are gonna eat this show up. But it's it's just a cute little show. This season's too packed for me to give it any more time, though.
Yeah. It's cute girls doing cute real estate.
Yeah, exactly. Cute fantasy real estate. But yeah, not a lot to say, unfortunately. But
Okay.
at least it's not bad.
Yeah.
At least out of the things I'm dropping, it's probably the best.
All right.
So
moving on then to Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. R equals 1 minus sine theta, season 2.
You gonna say that every time?
God, no. I just wanted to do it once.
Okay.
I'm just going to call it season 2 after this.
Okay. I actually did not watch the start of season 2 yet. I don't mind spoilers, though, so go ahead. But
I mean, I did watch the start of season 2, and pretty funny. The big driver of at least the premiere is the two leads meeting, trying to do research on the chemical side of love, and coming across and going to another lab to get data analyzed in terms of like the hormones involved via the spits. And they come across another scientist couple who's been going stay for a while, and are horrified and awed to find out that they have higher oxytocin levels. complete with a Dragon Ball Z parody scene.
That's nice. Another Dragon Ball Z
Also,
parody. Okay, great.
yeah. Also, the new couple is very, very affectionate. Perhaps overly so, but your mileage will vary on that. I think it's funny. I think it's really funny. But yeah, this premiere was pretty funny. I do have to say that Himuro, both of the leads are absolute for how intelligent they are absolute dumbasses sometimes.
No, that's yeah. The hook of this show is smart people being stupid about love.
Yeah. Also, I just love Kanade being the straight woman to these two idiots. It's
Mhm.
great. It is absolutely great. There's also a gag where Professor Ikeda uh apparently he can't wear lab coats anymore because he keeps shredding them by flexing.
No, I
So
figured.
Barada does not let him wear lab coats anymore,
That's funny.
which is just absolutely great gag. Yeah, no, this is pretty funny.
Yeah,
Um,
I liked
no,
season one more than I expected to, so I'm sure season two will be just as good, if not better.
yeah, no, it's a fun time. It's a fun
Yeah.
time. This is season for rom-coms. I
Yeah,
hope I
this
don't get
really is
overdosed
the season
on
for
this.
rom-coms through all. Jeez.
Speaking of, as we move on, Shikimori's not just a cutie.
No, she's
No, she's
not.
also a badass.
Yeah, she's also a freaking badass. Jeez, she saved her man from being isekai. What a chad. That's the best girlfriend.
Yes,
And,
yes, she
and
is.
fucking you is there for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is
Oh,
entirely there for it.
that poor boy.
The poor boy should be dead 100 times over by now.
No,
If
he
his
would be, if
typical
not for
yeah,
her, he'd literally either be in another world or he would be dead. Or no, he would be dead here or be dead in another world.
yeah, because he's got horrific luck.
Mm-hmm.
yes. I have no idea how the hell he survived before he met her.
Yeah,
No, I have no idea.
um, but yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
Also, I love the bit in the premiere where she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna pretend to be bad at bowling to make him think I'm cute," and then she's like, then he cheers her on, and he's like, "Fuck it," and she bowls a perfect game.
yeah.
Yep.
It's fucking great.
I mean,
Shikimori is not just a cutie; she's also really good at both.
yeah, got a lot of power behind her. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from the bowling scene, also the fact that Yu's shots just kept curving at the very last second.
He
How does
got
it do
twos
that?
across the board.
How does that do that?
He didn't get twos across the board. Like sometimes he got because I stopped to check. Sometimes he got gutters. Sometimes he just got ones. He got a couple of threes.
Oh.
Oh, good for him.
I didn't
Still,
actually pay
like
attention to
the,
that,
the
so that's
fir-
good.
first round, it was just him bowling twice, and each time just hitting the single bowling pin on each side.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, he's still got 20 overall. So effectively, yeah, he got an average of 2 every frame. But
Oh, that poor boy.
yeah. I mean, what I really like about this is that they're already a couple.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
said, I really am hoping it will eventually go into how they started dating in the
Oh,
first place, because I am very
yeah.
curious.
Yeah.
I would be very surprised if it didn't.
Yeah.
But yes, I am curious about that.
But no, I am happy they're already dating. They're in a very cute
I
and
am
healthy
so
relationship.
glad we don't have to put up with will they won't they bullshit in this one.
Yeah.
No, thank God.
We just have to put up with their insecurities.
Hey, that's more interesting. Insecurities and how they affect an actual ongoing romantic relationship is actually interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I also liked all three of the friend characters.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
like
they're
them.
pretty neat.
I need to know more about them, but
Mm.
I
I
like
like
them all
how two
too.
of them have the words for cat and dog in their name, and they
Yeah.
fight like cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Hachimitsu is just an agent of chaos.
Yeah.
Yes, he's great.
Inuzuka, by the way, is voiced by Nobuhiko Okamoto.
Fucking knew it.
Yeah. That one was
I
pretty
knew it.
clear.
God. Yeah, of course. That figures.
Hmm. Meanwhile, Yu's voice actor, pretty new. The only other things he's done is he's voicing Main Boy in Dawn of the Witch, and he voiced Miki Makoto in The World Ends With You.
Huh. Cool.
So yeah, no, I'm definitely enjoying this so far.
No, this
enjoyed
is a delightful little show. Not sure how much meat will be in there, but if it's just cute shenanigans, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
This is
I'm
probably the least substantial rom-com I'm watching.
Yeah.
most likely, yeah, but sometimes you need one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying different.
Yeah.
Moving on, then we have to get to it. Skeleton Knight in Another World.
Oh boy.
We'll say right now.
Okay, let's get this out. Let's delay real quick. Yeah.
Content warning. This Goblin slayed it.
Not quite that bad, but yeah. So the issue with this one is, they initially they slapped a content warning on the first episode as the sexual assault scene was happening.
What?
Apparently they fixed it, and there's a few seconds of black screen with a content warning before the episode starts proper. But it's still, like, they jump you right fucking in to a pretty fucking graphic sexual assault scene. Like, there's no sensitive bits being shown, but it's still really visceral and disturbingly well animated. Then the scene ends with the protagonist chopping the would-be rapists in pieces.
So when I first heard about this, I asked the question: did it need to be rape?
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
Because
So.
the whole point of the scene, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I got from that conversation, the point of the scene is it introduces Skeleton Boy to the royal family and makes them grateful to him.
Yeah.
That can be done with another crime other than rape.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they could have just tried an attempted kidnapping and it would have worked just fine.
Attempted kidnapping, attempted murder, just robbery.
Yeah.
There's more crimes in this world than rape, and most of them, frankly, are better than rape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one thing is, it doesn't really fit the tone of the rest of the episode aside from the replaying of the scene later on.
Which is why I said it Goblin slayed it.
Yes. Yeah, it does not fit with the rest of the tone because it's like 3 minutes OP and ED combined, 2 minutes of this weird graphic sexual violence, and then 18 minutes of the titular protagonist just himboing it up in the fantasy world. That's literally it. Like, it just is so goddamn jarring.
Yeah.
It overshadows so much of the rest of the show when it could have just been fun, fluffy antics with a knight who's also a skeleton. Like, the worst thing about it is that it just feels so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so out of place with the rest of the show. Because otherwise the show is pretty damn okay. Like, I have no real issues with the rest of the show beyond it possibly being slightly boring. but like Ark is just so enthusiastic about his new fantasy life that it's almost kind of infectious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, like if you recommend this to someone, that you have to slap on that huge ass caveat,
Yeah.
and it really, really sucks because
Yeah.
it's not indicative of the rest of the show from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can't really recommend it without that big ass caveat of trigger warning: the very graphic scene of sexual violence at the immediate start of the first episode. Be wary.
It's very dumb. It's very dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on to something that I was going to say it's not dumb. It's a little dumb, but in a great way. Spy Family.
AKA the best show this season.
Probably.
I will take note of it on that.
I will be very surprised if it doesn't end up at the top of my list by the end of the season. It's currently only in second because I mean this this early part of it is not bad, but it's not as good as I know it will become.
I mean, this is This is like the setup portion of the story, so
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
But Anya is an adorable bee, and she's already making great expressions.
Oh god, Anya's expressions are just so great. So incredible.
I just cannot wait. I cannot wait until we get to the smug Anya face.
Yeah.
That's going to be glorious to see animated.
Yeah. So in that first episode, fucking Twilight learning his mission and just spit taking onto the paper.
I also just love his interactions with Anya throughout the episode, especially when it turns into basically hide and seek with the two.
Yeah. He just has no idea how to interact with a child. Especially not a child that unknowingly is reading his mind. Oh god, and then
Anya being a telepath is just such an amazing source of comedy and conflict in the series.
It's what makes the series. The series wouldn't be as good without it.
Mm-hmm.
But just having Anya be able to know exactly what's going on and try and play along with it is just fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Also, when she tried to read the minds of the students all around her in the exam, and they're all just absolutely just going mad, just like, no, I don't know any of this.
Just her oh shit face that happens was great.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for all the Anya gifts season.
Yeah.
There are already a ton of Anya gifts.
Yeah, we're gonna have even more though.
Mm-hmm.
True.
No.
This is the season for Anya gifts.
Yeah. Anya's great. I also really like Lloyd.
He's really good, yeah.
No, Lloyd's the best.
Takuya Eguchi.
He's a really interesting and unique protagonist.
He is. I don't think it'd be spoiling too much to say that the manga is currently dealing with his backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Which has been really good. That's all I'll say about it. But it certainly does, it explains quite a bit about Lloyd's reaction in this first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Especially at the end there. Yeah, he just takes. I'm fairly sure they're just like a mob rather than actually part of any sort of government that he took out. Fairly sure
I think they're just.
I think they're just supposed to be mobsters.
I'm pretty sure they're just a crime group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just fucking took them out pretty easily.
Like it ain't no thing.
Yeah. Yeah, can't wait for the next few episodes. I can't wait for Henry Henderson He's gonna be superb.
Henry Henderson.
He's just gonna be superb.
Of course, there's also Yor and the iconic grenade proposal.
Yeah.
Yep. It was explosive.
Real
Alright.
blast.
Yeah.
Alright, get him out of the way.
A real banger of an episode.
Really blew us away.
Yeah. Show's really exploding with popularity.
It's a real smash hit.
Yeah.
Really blowing up social media.
It really is a smash hit. It's got a 9.04 on Mal.
Yeah. Yeah, my entire timeline on Twitter has been Anya this and your so
It's up in 10th in the overall anime list, not the seasonal one, the overall anime list.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's still got half a dozen Gintama series to get past, but you know.
I mean, yeah, that's an uphill battle for any show.
I really do not get the appeal behind Gintama. I really don't.
I think their fandom is basically a cult at this point.
Yeah, that tracks.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard only good things.
I'm not going to say I'm not going to say it's not. I'm not going to say it's bad, but is it every series is above a 9?
Maybe, I don't know. I've heard I've
think
heard
that's
it's
just-
incredibly good.
I think that's partially people bias and parts like the fan base are raving lunatics.
Maybe.
Anyway, yeah. We also got a little bit of Frankie. Like Frankie, he's a he's a fun guy.
Frankie's
But there is a particular character that I am wholeheartedly waiting for. I cannot wait until we get to him.
Oh, who is it?
It's the best boy.
Ah, yes. Him.
Mm-hmm.
The goodest of boys.
Yep. But moving on to another Disney Plus jail show, Summertime Rendering.
We're gonna probably have to take this off the list if it turns out Disney Plus is just gonna hold it in jail for the whole season.
Oh no, I'm willing to bet we're gonna have to take off this and Black Rock Shooter, but technically they've premiered even if we haven't been able to watch them. This one is getting really good ratings, so
Really wanted to watch this one too.
yeah.
Fucking Disney.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Alas, it wasn't to be, not for this season anyway. Maybe we'll be lucky and it'll come out in summer to be actually fitting.
I think it's a 2-core.
I know it's a 2-core, but it's only so much we can do then, unless they're gonna drop 2 episodes a week.
Yep.
Moving on then
to
something that has gotten not quite as good a review. Tomodachi Game.
Let me just preface this by saying I've never really gotten into death games for the most part, and this one is just really aggressively mediocre in almost every way.
Oof.
I have no interest in continuing this. Like, the characters are just really fucking flat to start with. We get told that they're, such great friends with each other at the beginning, and all we get to inform that are a couple of title cards for each character and a couple of flashback with main boy and each of the 2 ladies, and that's it. We don't get any of the rest of their group dynamics, except for like a little bit of a tiny little bit of dialogue, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
So it's a fun show.
no, it is not.
So what I will point out is they got fucking They got fucking Conan's VA to do the voice of the Jigsaw XP.
Fucking really?
Yeah.
What?
Minami Takayama.
Huh.
Also voiced
Weird.
Light Ozura in Zombieland Saga Revenge. So
Huh.
Weird. Well, I'm not watching any more of this, so I don't care. I have no interest in this. Like, it could have been an interesting concept with the whole, like, paranoia, who do you trust type thing that the game goes for. It doesn't actually wager any life, as far as I know. It's financial bets where if you all lose, you get put into a shit ton of debt.
So it's worse Kaiji?
Yeah, it's worse Kaiji. I haven't even watched Kaiji, and I know this is far worse.
Yeah.
So just to say what what other shows the studio's done. Hidden Dungeon Only I Can Enter.
Okay.
Ugh.
And season 2 of How Not to Summon a Demon Lord.
I see.
Oh boy.
Wait, is that it?
I'm kind of surprised there was.
Pretty much. There are. It has done an OVA for Planetarian. And it has done OVAs for Chojigen Game Neptune the Animation.
Okay.
Which was a series that aired back in 2013 to Mez. That's pretty much all they've done.
I see.
But moving on to our penultimate premiere. Trapped in a dating sim, the world of Otome games is tough for mobs.
You know, I was expecting this to be a lot worse than it is, just based off of like all the reactions people had to it, and all the the PVs. But it's not terrible, honestly. I could be entirely wrong. It could just turn incredibly sour after a few episodes. If it does, I'll drop it at that point. But for now, it's kind of interesting because the main character is basically a background character in a Tomy game setting that is just super jumbled together with a bunch of science fiction and fantasy elements thrown into a melting pot.
In terms of the falling apart after a few episodes, wouldn't bet against it. Made by Studio Engi, who have a horrific track record.
What did they... Oh no.
Detective is Already Dead, Full Dive RPG, Kimono Michi.
Fuck!
Oh no.
And here I was thinking this might have promise. I don't know.
Well, you never know.
So this
Engi is one of those studios that I just don't trust anymore.
Everyone's got to start somewhere.
Understandable. But yeah, no, the thing with this one is I am concerned that it will turn out kind of misogynistic, just because like the premise is like, oh, this is based on a Otome game, and oh, the world was set up to be very matriarchal, and it basically gender flips patriarchy to kind of an even more extreme than most modern patriarchal systems, where it's like, oh, oh yes, this old lady is going to marry this young man and then send him off to die in a war so she can get his pension money, kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know how they're going to handle that, because that is a very tricky tightrope to walk, trying to deconstruct patriarchy like that. If that's even what this is going for. No clue.
It's an isekai, so I'm going to say probably not.
Yeah, I don't expect anything deep from this. Like, if you go into an isekai expecting something deep, you're going to go in for disappointments.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it is actually, but that's a rarity. Yeah, I don't know. I'll give this a few episodes, see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'll continue it until / unless it falls apart. This
Yeah.
is fine enough, though.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to be winning any awards for me, considering how extremely good the rest of the season is. But it's fun enough.
Okay, moving on to our final show. It's ya boy Kongming.
Let's go!
A surprise hit of the season. Let's
I
fucking do
can't
this.
believe this show is as good as it is.
It
Oh
has
my
no right
God.
being this good. It is fucking incredible.
No, this came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's excellent.
I expected nothing, and I got everything instead.
Yeah. Again,
Also, this show has a banger OP.
Oh yeah, no, it does.
It has a banger OP, and the ED is really good too. I'm actually a little biased towards it because I've actually heard that song before. So
Honestly, the whole soundtrack slaps, but the OP and ED are great.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, the Kongming is wonderful.
Yeah, no, as I said before the stream, I'm equating it to an extent to Heaven's design team in that it's got a batshit insane premise and it just works so fucking well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who came up with this? Like, I mean, that's a rhetorical question because I could just look up the author. But how can you come up with this? Like, how?
So the author is called
Drugs.
Yuto Yotsuba, and the only other thing they have done, Reborn girl starting a new life in another world as the seventh daughter.
So it is a
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah.
I'm sensing a slight pattern.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect one of the best shows this season to be a reverse isekai.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Especially not one starring an isekai Zhuge Liang.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. I have no idea how to pronounce some
I have to
Chinese
double
names.
check because I figured it out the other day, and I'd have to double check. But yeah, I didn't. Chinese war strategists being reincarnated into modern day Japan to help an aspiring singer make it big. That's crazy. That's just
It's a
Wikipedia.
wildest premise that is executed really well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wikipedia is saying. Let me just actually bring this over.
Chuku
Chuku Leong, yeah. Chuku Leong,
Yeah, Chuku
The
Leong.
fuck?
yeah. Chinese is a bit of a weird language in terms of pronunciations.
Yeah.
Why did it get romanized that way if it's going to be pronounced the other way? Fucking romanizations.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just so much comedy that can come from a fucking 3rd century Chinese strategist being transported to modern day. And I'm glad that they didn't just go for the the low hanging fruit of holy shit, what are computers and phones and all that stuff. He's also confused about clocks and mirrors.
But he gets all that shit knocked out in a day. I'm
Yeah.
impressed that Eiko actually managed to pull that off. And then he asks
Also,
about
the
the
whole-
blockchain.
That bit was
best.
great.
That is so good.
I mean, possibly my favorite part of the episode is the fact that the owner of the club that Eiko works at is just this fucking huge Three Kingdoms nerd.
No, he's a huge
Yes.
Three Kingdoms nerd.
It's like, you're hired if only so I have somebody else to talk to about this.
Yes. Great. Excellent.
He turns out to be a really good bartender anyway, so...
No, apparently he's a quick learner. He adapts very quickly, which, bit of a plot convenience, but you know what? I don't care. It works. It's fine. I can believe that this guy's really smart and catches on quick to shit.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah. That's what it shows. Is he's a very intelligent man. And as soon as he basically, comprehends that he's been transported into the future, he's like, okay, time to adapt.
Yeah, and he does a pretty well. I mean, he sort of does a bad job, but he also does a good job.
He improvises, adapts, and overcomes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
God, the fact that he arrives on Halloween and everyone's like, great Kongming cosplay, dude.
Who? Oh, that guy.
I love how he concludes that he's in hell as well.
Yeah.
No, I that's actually really funny. But I do like how a lot of people just don't know who Kongming is.
Yeah.
But there are a few history buffs here and there that are like, oh, I know who you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like Eiko is like, I have no idea who this guy is, but all right.
Yeah. Oh, and his fucking joy at having a Wikipedia page.
Yes. I mean, I'd be
great.
happy about that. But
yeah,
I also do love that the series does have a little bit of heart to it as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh
definitely.
yeah, that first episode where Eiko is singing and that was
I mean,
that was a beautiful little scene.
Slight content warning for I would have to say attempted suicide, because Eiko was nearly about to step in front of a train.
Oh, okay. I thought was that not an accident?
No, I didn't think it was.
Okay.
Huh.
That wasn't my impression, but I could be wrong.
I wasn't paying super. I don't know. I don't know. Either way,
because the way she was talking was she was basically depressed at that point.
Yeah, she was. She was absolutely depressed at that point. It's hard to tell for sure, but I could believe it.
Yeah,
I could believe it.
It was only when the other singer, sparked flame in her that she really started getting going again.
Yeah, I love Eiko.
Eiko is great.
She's delightful.
Eiko is great as
wonderful.
the straight person, just like, what the fuck is my life now?
Yeah. Her seiyuu is really good, but her singer 96 Neko is also incredibly good, and I love the English.
Yo.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
yes.
I mean that's the thing.
Her English is actually surprisingly quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's the thing. Her regular VA, Kaide Hondo, we know how well she can sing from Zombieland Saga. Fact is, they got somebody even better to do it.
Yeah. It's
somehow.
Yeah, somehow. But yeah, really, really good singer.
I don't remember. What's the Kaide Hondo voice?
Sakura.
I checked the other day.
Sakura.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah, Sakura. Also, Aya, Kumano Jihen, Elisabetta in Iruma-kun, Anna and Takto P, Akira Komi in Komi-san, as I said, Maple in Bofuri.
Mm-hmm.
This season she is Echidna in I'm Quitting Heroing, and Miyako in Danseur.
Oh, she's doing 3 shows this season. Hot damn.
Yeah, she's busy. Man, a lot of seiyus are busy this season.
Now she's.
Some get around. Oh, is your favorite seiyu doing a lot this season, Mel?
I haven't heard him.
I haven't heard him either.
He might be taking a break. He might be taking a break.
Let me look. Let me see if Kenjiro Tsuda is in anything anytime.
Yeah, now I'm curious.
So just while you're doing that, 96 Neko did the OP for Heaven's Design Team, ironically enough.
God damn.
Just having me mention it.
Oh, okay, so he is in stuff. This is just not stuff that we're watching.
Yay!
It's Herme Rome Nove, which is I think a Roman dude getting reverse isekai to modern Japan, and
Yeah.
Tiger and Bunny season 2.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm not watching those.
Yeah.
Hooray! I might have a season off.
Oh my god!
You don't know. You don't know.
I don't know.
He could show up anywhere.
He could
at
just
any
pop
time.
up somewhere. He could just
Yeah.
pop up somewhere. I'm not. You know,
Yeah.
it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah. Keep an eye out. But yeah, this show is a surprise.
No, he's in Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer.
He is. I saw.
No.
Yep.
No.
And
He might be in more stuff in the next couple seasons. We don't know.
Oh man.
Sorry, Mill. You gotta deal with it.
Yeah. So close.
Hey, at least treasure this season off from Kenjiro Suda.
I will. I mean, the issue is, I certainly haven't heard Murase yet either.
Seen anything this season? I don't think so. He might just be a character who hasn't shown up yet in anything.
I mean, that's distinctly possible. He was in Salaryman's Club, but wasn't, part of the main cast that got announced. So it's distinctly possible.
He's in stuff later this year. Just 3 movies. Okay.
One of them being the Backflip movie, which please bring to the West, Crunchyroll, please. I don't care. I just need a theater.
Yeah.
I don't want a theater release. I don't care about a theater release.
Boy Riverside have a gotcha? Sorry, I was on ANN.
Oh,
I
what?
keep getting ads for it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the next series that Murase is going to be in is new season of Irma later this year.
Also, My Master Has No Tail. Whatever the fuck that
No
is.
fucking clue.
That's
That is.
unfortunate. Or that's how it should be, depending on who your master is.
Got a good voice cast. Mao, Lin, Takeyaguchi.
Oh damn! They got Mao. Wow.
Yeah. Yuichiro Umehara as well. Decent name. Yeah, that's not a bad cast. I have no idea what the fuck it's about, but is it a Rakugo thing? It is a Rakugo anime.
Oh wow.
Ooh, that could be really cool. Yeah, that could be really cool. Okay, yeah, I'll look forward to that then. I'm getting a liking for Rakugo because there's a Rakugo series in Shonen Jump at the moment that's been really good.
Mm.
Akane Banashi. Like, obviously, too early to tell whether it'll survive or not.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a newer series, so I'm gonna
still sub 10 chapters. So I'm not gonna force you to read it.
No, I'll check it out if we know it's staying.
I mean, in terms of the Shonen Jump stuff, Shugomaru didn't even manage to rank on its first week for its first volume, which is horrific.
Ugh.
So anyone who's a fan of Protect Me Shugomaru, that's dying. There's no way that survives. I'm sorry.
That's sad.
Ouch.
There's no feasible way to excuse that surviving. Doron is also probably not gonna do well. It's not selling brilliantly. But that's... Who the fuck knows with Shonen Jump, considering something like Phantom Seer got axed after selling 20,000 copies. Still very angry.
You're going to die mad about that, aren't you?
Oh, I am. I'm still so angry about that.
I don't blame you.
So angry about that. That was a really cool series, and they fucking axed it for no reason. Anyway, we've long since gotten off topic from your boy Kongming. It's a good series.
Great show.
It's
Watch it.
Yeah, watch it. Fucking Jun Fukushima is the owner as well.
Oh
Fuck.
yeah,
just as an
Excellent.
aside.
yeah.
Excellent
Yeah.
stuff.
It has
Yeah.
it has everything. It has good comedy, great characters, bit of drama in there, and fantastic music.
And great animation.
Look,
PA
Yeah.
Works does good
Yes.
work.
Yes. If you watch no other shows this season, watch Spy Family and Boy Kongming.
Yeah.
Those are the
Yes.
best. Those are the shows to watch.
Yep.
I would personally also recommend. What else was in my fucking top 5? Aoashi, Heroines Run the World, and Onipan.
I would also recommend personally Executioner Way of Life, Love After World Domination, and what else would I recommend?
Recommend Shikimori.
Probably Shikimori.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going
Shikimori.
for Shikimori.
Just, whatever you do, don't watch Don't Hurt Me, My Healer.
Oh
Don't
god.
watch that. I hate that show. Man,
Bad.
why'd you mention it? Now I'm upset.
It's so bad. It's so
bad. But yeah, busy season.
Yeah. So that is everything. So it's time to wrap up. Thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. And if you have, be sure to follow us and join us on the 30th for the 3+ episode check-in. We have to say 3+ episode check-in because quite a bit of stuff will have more than 3 episodes out.
This stuff will be at like 5 or 6.
Yeah. Estab-Life will be more than halfway through.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That said, that's if I keep watching it. I'm not guaranteeing that. Couple of Cuckoos, on the other hand, will have, 2 episodes out?
2 episodes. Yeah.
Look, if we could, force the anime scheduling to our whims, we would, but we can't. So we have to roll with the punches on that.
Boy, I wish we could do that for stuff stuck in certain jails. But
Yeah. In terms of the other stuff we're doing in the coming week, tomorrow, no D&D because it is Easter, and people follow religion. I personally don't understand why, but power to them.
Yeah, I was raised Catholic, okay?
More power to you.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't, ask me to do it.
No. Why would I do that?
No,
Because
I respect religion. Just don't be an asshole about it.
Yeah,
That's all.
because there are some people in religion who won't take no for an answer. I still remember the
Those people are
dude.
assholes.
Yeah, I still remember the fucking dude when I was walking back from uni one day who tried to talk to me about Christianity. So I just bullshitted him and said I followed Shinto, and then I had to explain what Shinto is because he didn't fucking understand.
She just said you're a Buddhist. She just said you're a Buddhist. That
Yeah,
would put him off a lot faster.
Yeah, but it wasn't the one that I thought of. I also don't have a solid understanding of Shinto entirely, so that was fun as well. But I got past it. So no D&D tomorrow. So what we'll be doing instead, because I am, of course, as we've just said, a filthy heathen who doesn't celebrate that stuff. I will be continuing to play Persona 4 Golden. And, dunking on Yosuke at every opportunity.
Please do.
I will do it every opportunity I get. Tuesday, more of the same. Still doing Persona 4 Golden. Should be able to get a decent way through. Well, certainly the start of it. I'm probably not going to be able to finish for a while, but, can get some stuff done. Thursday... should be more Ace Attorney. We are on the final case of Justice for All, which is apparently a really good one, which is good because Turnabout Big Top was not good. So many people interested in proposing to the 16-year-old girl when they were more than 16. The youngest was 21. And then next Saturday, I don't believe we have anything penciled in for the time being. But we will figure something or other out. Even if it is just a simple tier maker stream, we do have some stuff to do on or some options to do on that front, including shonen manga and anime and Jujutsu Kaisen characters. So stay tuned for our decision on that. Otherwise, once again, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you, well, I hope to see you tomorrow for more Persona 4 Golden. Good night.
Good night.
Later.